Nobody needs that. There. Look at the chaos. Oh my. Start the live stream with a picture of my up nose. Yay! Alright. Welcome to the live stream, guys. It doesn't improve from here, so if you're new to my channel, my apologies. But yeah, I'm gonna sit here, work on some creepy crafts. You're welcome to stay by, see what's up. Or you can pop in, you know, every once in a while and see if I've managed to glue my fingers together. Fuck, I just threw that on the floor and I needed it. Mother humper. Ugh. And I also got like half a cold, so I also sound horrible. I'll forget until I sweep. You forget. I don't know what we're listening to. You're watching The Knights of Gwennifer, because it came out today, and what I'm gonna do. Hang on, I get a message. $3 Walmart bowl, comma, moss from camp. Period. The last hour after I watered it, it's a completely new thing. Exclamation mark. LOL. It actually looks decent now with water. Period. Not sure if the bowl is deep enough though. Alright. As we were. Play.
Has made my life so much easier. You just add
That's
water
plugged in.
and you can clean the messes off.
Everybody's gonna go over here for now.
It's versatile, it's easy to use. I
You, I thought I only had 3. It looks like I got 4. Has anybody seen my cutter?
Push it with Handbags Compact. Get up to 100% leak-free protection.
Gallery goes up in the next week and I'm not ready for it.
Come on, Amy. You can do it. I believe in you.
I'm gonna start at the beginning. It's easier that way. There we go.
Bonding comes in every shade. New color strong is how it's made. A bonding system with AHA helps reinforce hair all the way. Plus zero ammonia and no gray. New color strong by Claire.
That's pretty.
It's so neat.
There.
Incoming dishes! Doc!
There.
Dawn Power Wash flies to 99% grease and grunt in half the time.
It absorbs grease 5 times faster. It even replaces multiple cleaning products.
Ooh, Sun's got game.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
Once upon a time, and this was a very long time ago indeed, there was a princess. Trapped in a tall, tall tower and locked away by complicated machines that ran on blood and fear. She spent her days playing games, pretending she wasn't scared, but she was in dire need of rescue. Are you hurt? Don't worry. I can make you better.
Olivia, dear, won't you come with me? Go on, take a look.
It was beautiful. A world of possibility, where fantasies became reality, where tall tales became indisputable truths.
It's all for you, Olivia. Everyone who comes and goes will eventually be under your watchful care. Happy birthday, sweetheart. I hope this can make up for... I don't think I need to say it. Olivia, your future can be as bright and beautiful as all this. Embrace it. Let your past fade away. You're here now. Do you understand?
Yes. Thank you for the present, Papa.
Need to move this.
Princess. It's our new kingdom. Isn't it pretty? Yes, it's so very, very...
Shit! Security!
It's okay, Papa. They'll bring her back. And when they do, I'll fix her again. Yes, it was so very long ago.
I guess that's not wanting to stay, so I
And no
won't.
one ever heeded the princess's prayers for rescue. Will she ever escape? Will she ever find her knights?
Yeah, I think it's still holding a tooth. This one will probably touch the glass. Alright, do it now. While you still got all the stuff out. It's too thick. I'll make it work. Almost do.
Well, hello, little ones. I'm Princess Gwennifer. What are your names? Francesca and Andrea from M7. What lovely names. Are you lost?
There. It's gonna be further down.
Come on, I just need change for the vending machine. I'll tip you 10p.
Read the sign.
Brownie?
Don't do that.
Oh, I went to school with you. You know me.
Thought I did till you started wearing that uniform.
I'm not even administration. I'm an engineer. Junior.
Which one did she need again?
Mercy. You're all victims of the park, but everyone's so busy picking apart each other, they don't see the corporate hand at the wheel. Do you cog like me has power? No. I got more to say. Your attention's divided, man. Meanwhile, every new planet is getting terraformed, and soon there'll be no place untouched. On the light of commerce and amusement-tainment. We got no choice. I got no choice.
Screw Reggie. What does he know? You're a park engineer, D. Most people would kill to have that job.
Besides, Frankie, when did you buy these? Emphasis on buy. Oh yeah, boombox. Should have known. Well, let's get out of here before Reggie finds out you're.
Damn it, Frankie! Your ass is gonna pay next time at my job!
There you go. You too? Looks like your who's a what's are out of calibration again. Easy fix.
Oops, sorry.
Shit! What's going on there? Some more bullshit from work?
AJ has me doing a week of testing one night. I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Why would anyone splice the facial controls into the environmental pipeline? It's not a very sophisticated solution.
Hello.
Oh, nice! What is it?
Oh, a hunch.
Man, that's so cool. I got so much to learn from you. Then maybe I can get a job in the labs too, and we can work together. I just like thinking about that sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, shit, it's morning already? Shit.
That's right, Amy! Have a good day! Go kick some ass! Show 'em who's boss! I better get to work too.
This one's dark. They look good, but wanted a bit more green. Where's my ferns? These are more red. I need some different colors to this. Ferns came out darker. Hello! Sorry, cat! This is really... What is it made out of? Sorry, sometimes I miss the chat. I'm making a tooth fairy. A dead one, specifically. It's gonna go in a little shadow box. So, yeah. Just, you know, Halloween skeletons and stuff.
Hey, boss man! There's something caught in the net!
Frankie!
What?
Stop gawking at the park!
Sparky, what? You can't even see me right now.
I don't need to see you to know you stopped working. Your precious park ain't gonna have crap to melt into different crap if we ain't hauling up scrap. So get back to it. I saw that too.
I want something pretty in here. I don't have much to pick from.
Tonight, get
That's okay.
sifted, Frank. Eyes out for the good plastic. Keychain factories are getting desperate for materials.
Aye, Cap.
Keychain factory.
Yep, same price. No, there's no damn repeat customer discount. Honestly.
God!
Holy shit. Is that?
A Gwennifer android. I don't recognize the model.
Oh, who gives a shit what model? This is gold!
What? You're just gonna sell it?
What you expect me to do? Share a cigar with it? Oh, shit. Can it?
I was just thinking, Spark, I could fix her. Get her working again. Because if you do, maybe I can get an engineering job like Andy's in the labs, and I could... Careful!
No fixing. No labs. I don't want you involved in that dreamland crap. Those lab rats are always up to their necks in sick shit. Trust me, they're some of my best clients. Don't worry, you'll get your cut when we scrap her for parts.
There we go.
You found traces of your princess. She made it to the surface this time.
The surface? No. My poor Gwennifer.
again. I'm going to better this time. Shall I call security?
Shit. I know better than to do that. I did it anyway.
You're polishing the wrong septic, Crowley.
Hey, asshole! I'm just trying to get by like anyone else. Just because I got a job in the tower doesn't mean you can treat me like... doesn't mean you... Sorry. Hope you feel better. But also, fuck you!
Oh, why, hello. Didn't notice you there. Come closer. Meet some very good friends of mine. This is Gwennifer. And Gwennifer. And yes, this is Gwennifer as well. The beloved monarch of Park Planet. If you can believe it, there are as many Gwens as there are stars in the sky. And every one of them draws on the same magic to remember everything. So wherever your journey leads in the park, every princess you meet will recall the same cherished memories of you.
Where did the screwdriver go? Like, I had it literally yesterday taking these damn things apart.
Doesn't matter what model she is. You need to go back for her. Yeah, the princess is the princess. All
All
monarchs
right.
are usurpers and descendants of usurpers.
There we go.
God, what?
I prefer the frames to be black, but
Sparky's
it
my
is what it is.
boss.
Well, thank you for the
Can't
thumbs
just
up.
steal from him.
I'll appreciate it before you head out.
And the beads. Think of it this way. Is it stealing or is it rescuing?
What do we have here?
Hey, you eat yet? I'm thinking sago dumplings and bathtub brew from Sunny's Pub, cause yeah, today's hot.
She seemed sad when we locked her in there. Couldn't move or speak.
Who's locked up?
Are my tools good enough?
Frankie?
And Sparky's just gonna chop her up? Ugh, what an ass!
Frankie, is Sparky chopping someone up?
Andy! Andy! Perfect! Amazing, Andy!
Frank, you have to tell me if Sparky's doing something illegal. You have to tell me if he's hurt someone. In the last 8 hours?
Andy, I'm just messing with you. But you got security clearance, right? You gotta get me into the labs. I need a repair halo for this.
For what? Tell me what the hell is going on.
Better yet, I'll show you.
Let's see. This one, maybe?
Holy shit. A Gwennifer android?
Right?
I've never
I don't
really
know if
seen
you'll
one like
fit
this.
in here.
Looks really unusual and old.
And I can fix her brand
Pink
new.
Better
Too
bring
big.
it to security. Maybe there's a reward out for it.
Why not bring it to
Too
security
big.
after I fix it and see if I can't wow anyone? Know what I
That's
mean?
too big.
Are you saying you're willing to
You guys are all sitting up.
be a corporate crownie like me?
Remember when we snuck in the park to play that crane game? We didn't get the doll, but we met a real Gwen. That memory is still so vivid. And now you make stuff that gives other people memories like that. I just think that's cool as shit, D. Right, Gwennifer?
That's right.
I'll have to move her hand a bit. Where's her other arm? Let's see this one. This is purplish.
Come on, Andy. You can do it. I believe in you.
Damn, dude. You really gotta get away from your desk.
this a fucking howdy do? Andrea, Franklin, you taking my prize hog for a night stroll?
Sparky, this looks bad, but
I'll deal with you in a second. What is this, Franklin? Mutiny? Am I not doing right by you?
You were just going to sell her, man! To one of your nasty clients. This is a real chance for me.
To do what? Shine some shithead shoes in a fancy tower till you choke on the fumes? Know what some nasty client affords us? A second ship. Fast one. For you. Maybe even a third. That's a whole goddamn fleet with you as a captain. We both know the money ain't in scraps. It's in exotics.
Give it a Frank. I chill out your rowdy ass.
I love you for that hard-headed spirit, kid. I do, but I can't show you special treatment, especially because you're you.
God, you're always so dramatic in front of the boys. Stop! You're gonna damage her!
Stop biting me! Fight back proper! You stole my boat. You stole my android. And now you're throwing a tantrum like a child. You know what happens when you break the rules.
don't you dare.
This is a stupid move, Andrea.
You're calling me stupid? You're about to sell an actual Gwennifer android for scraps. You have no idea what you have.
Yeah, and you hit like an old man, old man. Oh, wait.
No. That was good. Let's make a deal. You let us fix it. Working model. I bet you could sell it for 10 ships, huh?
I get why Franklin's doing this, but you, what's in this for you?
Because I want money. Because I got fired. That's the truth.
Fine. Fix her up. Make her shine. And bring her back to me. Deal?
Yeah. Alright.
Well, business calls. Franklin, Andrea, I'll be in touch.
You know, I thought that went really well.
Maybe a little bit more green. A little more contrast. Can't really see anything.
Welcome to the lower labs. Abandoned projects are left to rot. That elevator should take us where we need to go. Last chance to turn around.
Oh, look what I got! Want a race? Did you really get fired?
Really got fired.
They're idiots. Hey, maybe they'll take you back after we...
Please don't chin me up. But even so,
Too
even
big.
after all this crazy shit, I have a good feeling. This will really improve things. What now?
Too big. I don't have the right colors right now, which kind of sucks. Everything's the same shade of green. Everything blends in. It stands out a little bit. So go with a couple of those. Where's the rest of the food? Right here. I like the little swatches of green.
That thing was
Big? Yeah. Security?
no. I would have known about something like that. I think. But the Quendroid.
Screamed. Yeah.
But they're not program to
Scream! No! Do you think she was trying to warn us?
Goodly ladies, arrest thy steps. Thine hearts I wouldst make mine.
It's after Gwen!
Frankie, behind you!
Lady Frankie. You gotta save the princess. Get up, or you're all gonna die.
How short I can get this. It's pretty short. It's too big. It clashes too much.
Hello, little ones. Are you lost? Is that your parent or guardian? I see. Well, you've been such a good friend to me. Allow me to sort this out for you.
Frankie! Frankie! Come on! We have to get to the elevator!
Where'd it go?
Oh no, she helped us! We have to help her! No!
They clash a little, but that's fine. I need some little tiny spiders to put in here to disguise all the glue. Does that make sense?
Hello, Francesca. Hello, Andrea. It's nice to see you two again.
It's good to me. Lesson learned. Why is that there? Why is that sticky? What are you doing, dumb shit? Like putting dirty water on it.
Feel like a revolving door. Keep things fresh with Febreze bathroom. No batteries,
Sticker on
no
the
outlets
inside.
needed. This
You bastard.
freshener fights
Didn't pay for
odors
sticker
45
insides?
days. So even after every flush, you know your bathroom smells amazing. Pair with Charmin toilet paper.
Expect bold and smooth.
Expect rich and sweet. 2 taste experiences in one. Discover new Lint Excellence Fusion. Expect delicious.
Okay.
Today's adventure is brought to you by the Favorite Character Awards. Stay tuned and find out who will claim the ultimate prize.
I wish these were black. It is what it is, and they're good enough for now. I'll paint them when I have more time this winter.
Can you toss that back up here?
Megan, get used to your party like that.
Shut up.
What are you doing up there?
I'm hiding from Kane. I think I overheard him talking to Bubble about an in-house adventure. And I'm not gonna be part of it.
And you're just gonna hang out in a flower pot all day? Not like your room?
Kane's been checking up on my room lately. When I don't answer, he just starts singing Daisy Bell through my door. It's creepy.
Does he really?
I don't know. Let's ask him.
Hey, Kane! You fucking asshole!
Yes, Jack?
Look, it's Zubul.
Fuck you!
Ah, there you are. Now I don't have to do the snap summon thing. And I'm glad I found you. We need even numbers because today's adventure is a team adventure. Meet you guys up at the stage in, let's say 5.7 minutes.
Great. I didn't even ask him about the singing thing.
The what?
Today's adventure is gonna be a bit of a short one due to the Favorite Character Awards. But it'll be a perfect opportunity to showcase your guys' strengths to the press.
This is so heavy.
That's right, Bubble. Seeing you all play backball a few days ago really got me thinking. We should do our own sporting event, but with cool, new sports invented by yours truly.
We also just play softball normally this time.
Yeah.
In the Kane Leagues, we have the 400-meter vertical skedaddle, bisection boogie egg ball, lateral hijinks, orange sports, ball run, walk ball, run walk, and ball. These sports are surely going to...
Yeah, so there's nothing to be on
Zubul, why does all you do is complaining? I never know what you want.
We have a whole suggestion box.
Yeah, Zubul and I constantly say we like more chill and relaxing adventures.
Did you really not like my softball one?
I'm not big into sports, sorry.
The suggestion box just causes interpersonal drama, and me no like it.
All right. You really want to know what I want?
Oh no.
I want the ability to have sex.
No way. Are we finally having this conversation?
Oh, hi, Zubul.
Do you have any of that stupid sauce left?
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, how teamwork is essential to making the dream work.
Tell that to him. He's the one that fucks everything all the time.
You are in a mood today, aren't you?
Now, you know what they say about assuming? It makes an ass out of you and Ming.
Ming?
Did Kane just say
Oh my god, what?
Hi, I'm Ming. I really don't appreciate what your assumptions have done to my reputation.
You need a whole guy for that?
Whatever the case, it's evident now that there's quite a bit of tension between you all. So maybe what we actually need to do are trust exercises.
I'm not into Jackson Barnes, if that's what you mean.
Don't worry, this will be a two-way trust exercise, where you'll each have to trust each other to not betray the other person. This is a private room where nobody can see or hear you once inside. And this is a loaded gun.
Lovely.
Character A will take the gun into the private room
Put it
and
over there.
empty it
Shoo,
out
shoo,
of
shoo.
all its ammunition.
Away.
Then come out and give it to Character B. Character B will then take the gun and shoot themselves in the head, trusting that Character A emptied it in the private room. Character A will also have to trust that Character B won't turn the gun on them. So everyone is incentivized to follow the rules and trust each other.
Sounds a little convoluted.
You look convoluted! Anyway, Jax, why don't you start?
Him?
Wait, what am I doing? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, we could all just shoot each other. Here, I've got it.
Away!
Hooray!
Use guns and have fun?
I didn't say have fun.
She didn't.
Just a little aimless?
Use the sights.
Kane!
Fine! Bringing teams back. Pair up in teams of 2. You all get 3 lives. Last team surviving is the winner. Happy? Well, that's not my problem right now. I have an awards show planned, so you guys are gonna have to handle yourselves for a bit. You get 5 minutes to figure the teams out. Once that's up, it's a free-for-all.
Come on, Sadie. You're coming with me.
I'm actually gonna be on a team with Sybil.
What? No, you're not. We've been together for every teen adventure in the past.
Yes, times are changing, buddy boy.
Hey, you wanna be on my team?
I'd love to, but, well, I really don't want Kinder to get stuck with Jax.
Oh, yeah. Well, I could be on Kinder's team. He and I were together once, and he that.
There we go. Even if I just grab a whole bunch,
Me?
rather than try to hunt individuals.
Yeah, just like I asked. I'll be
Wait.
like I said, probably good to keep Kinder and Jax separate. I can keep Jax in check, so don't worry about me.
Hey, Tommy?
Yeah, too dumb.
If you ever need to talk to somebody, or need help with anything, I'm here.
You have a partner yet?
Well, look who it is. You sure you can handle me in all my glory?
I've been through worse. Hey, Zubo, do you want to hold on to this during today's game? I don't really trust myself that much with it. And I also just really want to be able to fire a Tommy gun while laughing maniacally, and I don't want to break it before I get that chance.
It is too bright. Let's try this one.
Huh? Oh, wait, what? That counted?
Kane?
What? Oh, yeah. The guns have been teleported to random spots in the circus. Go find them, champs.
Wait, Kane! I'm missing a life!
There's no time.
It'll be my pleasure murdering all of you.
Have fun, guys!
You're so lame.
Aha! You little devil! All right. Now, I would bet our biggest concerns would be Jax and Zool. They're the youngest, so they probably still have some youthful fighting spirit.
Still missing a heart. This isn't fair.
Oh, I got just the thing. Here, take
Need
this.
some teeth.
Wait. What did you just do?
It's a butterfly. You can restore your health.
Did Kane mention that?
Oh, nah. I made it up.
What?
So, who are you gonna kill first, Pom Pom?
I don't know if I'll really be doing much of the killing. I'll just find guns for you, and you can do all the violent stuff. You like that, right?
You know none of this is real, right?
What do you mean? Like a circus?
The game today is literally to shoot each other. So what's the point in taking this moral high ground?
Well, they're my friends. I don't really want to hurt them.
Oh god, the house flies back.
All right, let me be real here. Why do you care about that?
About not hurting my friends?
Look, I know what it's like. One day you're somebody in the real world doing important things, and then the next you're just a weird little cartoon Jester. You want to hold on to that part of you that still thinks it's part of that world. But in the end, what does it get you? Ragatha tries to be all nice and friendly, but she gets torn up every other adventure. Whether we like it or not, all we are now is a bunch of cartoon characters. So what's the point of pretending we're not?
We're still people, though, right?
I thought we were at first, but as time goes on, we just end up falling into our archetypes. Become part of the machine.
What's your archetype, then? The villain?
Listen, I add a key dynamic. I see how far I can push things. I screw with people, and I break the fourth wall. You want to know why? It's because it's funny. I do everything because it's funny. Because I'm the funny one.
The funny one?
Yeah. Ragatha's the cheerful one, Gangle's the sad one, Kinger's the crazy one, Zubal's the grumpy one, and you are the one who hasn't figured that out yet. We all just became archetypes. I at least have the self-awareness to choose who I am.
The funny one.
So who do you want to be? No better chance than now to try something new. You want to go nuts? You want to finally work off those weeks of rage and anguish that have been building up inside you? I know you hate it here. Everyone does. But the silver lining is you can pretty much do whatever you want. Like, look at the way you're aiming that gun. Too realistic. Just let loose.
Okay, I think that's good. What do you think?
What
Monkey?
the heck? Today, I'm just gonna be evil. How's that?
Go for it.
Yeah, those other fools better watch their tails, because they're going to face the wrath of Omni the Evil!
It's either shoot or get shot.
You little housefly. Go upstairs and talk to the dog. She wants to have words with you. Teeth, really.
Are you sure we're safe up here?
Tactical roll! Come on, Agatha.
Looks like we've located the king and the ragdoll.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, let's get him!
I don't even really know how to fire a gun. I don't know how much use I'd be in.
Whoops, did I do that? You're so cool.
Agatha, take cover!
I'll take Rags, you go Kinger.
Rightio, evil bro.
Thank you.
Gun, need a gun, need a gun! Come on, man. Singer, really use another one of those butterflies!
Howdy, howdy.
I know exactly what you're doing with Pomni. It'll never work.
Huh?
You know, getting close with Pomni. To corrupt her. Wait, no, wait.
I found one. Does it fit? Kinda, sort of. Nope. Doesn't fit, too big.
I lost Kinger, but I got him down to one life.
I lost a life, but I got us down to one Kinger.
How'd you let her take a life off you?
I don't really know.
Hey, I found this AK thing. If we can't find the Tommy gun, will this work?
Yeah. Do you think Jax is gonna be mad that I didn't team up with him?
I wouldn't worry about him right now. It's all just a game in the end.
It's
What?
Jax, though. He probably wants revenge. He's gonna make it painful.
Hey, you deserve
go.
better than thinking about him when he's not even here.
Oh, God.
You're a human. You're not his toy.
Thanks for the thumbs up before you head out, guys. Always appreciated.
Sometimes it doesn't feel that way.
In a second, gotta call my mommy.
I wonder if anyone else got them.
I just wish that how are you supposed to like a part of yourself that just makes you worse than everyone else?
Alright, just one more.
Exists.
Was it you?
Hello, Hannah. What's going
It's
on?
a part of you.
Not a whole lot. How are you?
Only you that you should care about.
Bored, but she'll live. She went out, had some treats, came back in, barked.
You have to choose to love yourself.
Yeah, she's like that. She does that quite often.
She does.
Okay, so it doesn't supposed to rain, or it doesn't supposed to rain tomorrow.
Tomorrow is not Wednesday, is it?
Never had to make that choice.
I think.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was. I heard it was Wednesday and Friday. We're supposed to get something.
Oh, okay. And her appointment's Wednesday at what time?
Wednesday at 2:30. I'll write it down again.
Yeah, make sure you do.
Yep.
Okay, don't worry
Get
about
your
it.
back if you
Yeah.
don't mind.
Okay, dokie. I put the paint away. I
Now
got
let's go
the other
kill
wall
Halloween
half done,
jacks.
so that's good.
Alrighty. Thanks, Mom.
Here's mine.
Looks good.
Alright, talk to you
What's
tomorrow.
with the corn
Ah,
dog?
good night. Love you. Love you too.
Why are you afraid of corn?
That was my
And
mommy.
don't say that you're not. You literally jumped out of your seat twice.
Not gonna let me out of this one. Well, I don't know. It's got a little pods on it. Looks kind of like an egg sac or something. It's gross. Makes my skin crawl.
Interesting. Do you have like a type of trypophobia?
What's that?
Fear of lots of loopholes. Okay. How about pomegranates?
Awful.
I'm learning a lot about you today.
Let's not forget we're here to kill people. We still need to find out where Nutso went before we can rest easy.
I'm right behind you, aren't I?
Apparently, you can get moss and sheets. I didn't buy the moss and sheets. I should have bought the moss and sheets.
There he is!
It's surprisingly comfy looking. This is the only way it'll fit, so that's the only way you're gonna go in. Whee.
Whoops, sorry.
I hope you guys are ready for my ricochet super move!
Oh, here's the light.
Huh.
High five!
Yeah!
Center stage, time to shine. Roots are flawless by design. With Claro root toucher, just makes brush dry. These grades goodbye. It's a seamless blend and it's high tech. Claro, it's so me.
What's your secret to keep the passion alive?
We like to walk that fine line between techno thriller and romantic comedy.
We make up our own rules.
NCIS Tony and Ziva, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
So we are the first ever sensory-friendly restaurant in Canada. So we hire neurodivergent talents. We also create an inclusive space for everyone to dine in.
Fucking whore.
What a game. Who knew Bobby was such a sharpshooter?
I suppose we could start working on some Halloween audio.
And look, even though we lost, at least we gave it our all, right?
Sure. Shit, no.
Hey.
Finish that up. Yep.
Are you feeling alright?
Ah, shit, I just broke my leg.
Are you upset that we lost?
Are you upset about something else? You want to talk about it?
Yep.
I think we might have.
Ooh, 12v1 here. YouTube must be trying to push me tonight.
Jax. Trying too hard to get on their good side, and then I just end up pushing them away.
Alright, let's start with some leaves.
Well, I don't think
And
anyone
burns.
here hates you.
Jax does.
Legit.
Sootle don't ever talk to me, and Pomni probably won't after today either. She came to me wanting to be on my team. No. Why did I do that?
Well, maybe you just needed a break. It sounds to me like you put a lot of pressure on yourself to be there for everyone. When you're not, you beat yourself up for it. You said you failed Pomni. Why do you feel that way?
I don't know. I feel like every day we're drifting further apart. Like she's seen through all my tricks and doesn't trust me anymore.
Ooh,
Or I know it.
that would be
She's a
cute.
different person. One who doesn't even want me around.
Maybe for the next one.
The way I see it, relationships are two-sided. And sometimes it doesn't make sense to do all the heavy lifting when the other isn't in the mood. We all go through and deal with things differently. And sometimes we just
Yeah,
need
maybe
to
a whole
let people
big
do
one.
things their own way.
Do I have a whole
As
intact
long as
one?
you're still there when they need you.
Kinda, yeah.
Giving someone space should never be the same as giving up on them.
Not really.
I don't even know what I want. I just want everyone to be happy. I want people to hate me.
Do you hate yourself? I hated myself. I couldn't help but hate myself for the things I thought I was responsible for. I thought I'd lost everything. But then you showed up. And my outlook just changed. There are always ways to show you care without ruining yourself over it. You need to look out for yourself in all this, too.
I don't get it. So often nothing you say makes any sense, but then there are these moments where you... I don't know. How do you do that? You've been around for so long.
I guess I just have myself to credit.
Breathtaking! The committee's gonna love that.
Are they still following us?
Are you still following us?
Yeah, we're still following you.
Where else would we be? They're still following us.
Oh, good.
All right, this is a long one. We're gonna have to run. Let's go!
Nope.
Oh, we got so unlucky with the drops here.
It's time.
Why'd you stop shooting? You out of ammo?
Why'd you stop? You out of ammo? Pomni, got any ammo left?
Well, I have one in the cylinder and one sniper round, but no sniper rifle.
Something like that.
Shoot.
You're just gonna hide in your room?
Coward!
Heavy.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer.
Are you seriously gonna start singing that?
I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage.
I can't afford a carriage.
But
You'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two.
Oh wait, I have the key to Zubal's room.
Add some flowers. I don't know if I should. I think I'm going to. Maybe another 2.
I can get him.
Wait!
Trust me, partner, I got this.
Alright. Let's see how you look. One, two, three.
Well, shit, man. Guess that's the end of that.
Good
See you
enough
on
for
the
me.
flip side.
We did it! Oh, we made such a good team.
Well, to be fair, our competition wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah, true. I suppose this is the part where one of us betrays the other.
Huh? Oh, yeah, you can betray me.
Oh, I just thought this was gonna be a mutual thing.
Nah, go on, do it.
I don't...
Lame. Come on, I thought you were cool.
We could just be winners.
We're not a team, come on.
What do you mean? Yes, we are.
Delusional.
Weren't we kind of bonding over being chaotic people together?
I was merely entertaining you because I thought it was funny. Now you gonna shoot me or what?
Did I do something wrong?
You sound like Ragatha right now. No wonder we're not a team.
No, I mean, we were doing fine, having fun, talking. So you suddenly
You're not
just...
committing.
If I shoot you right now, are we still gonna be friends after that?
We were never friends.
What about all that stuff you told me?
Yeah, I did tell you a lot, didn't I? Looking forward to thinking about that tomorrow.
No, we're not doing this. You're not gonna look me in the eye and tell me nothing we've been doing together meant anything to you, because I know that's not true.
Are you coming on to me? Yeah, that's what everybody wants. A straight couple.
God, can you take this seriously? Can you take anything seriously?
Dude, you're a cartoon clown. How am I supposed to take you seriously?
You reached out to me, not the other way around. You're gonna pretend that didn't happen?
You must be misremembering.
Is this why you didn't show up to Kakumo's funeral?
I don't show up to any funerals.
Yeah, I bet you don't. Because you're scared. You're scared you'll actually show a human emotion.
I'm scared I'll be bored to tears.
Have you ever thought that this might be what causes people to abstract in the first place?
Oh my god! Are you seriously gonna blame me for something that everybody else did too? You didn't even know it! You don't even know what people are like before they abstract. They are not pleasant to be around. Like at all! You...
I'm sorry.
Sure you are.
There we go.
Man, this is all so embarrassing, huh? So, you gonna shoot me or what?
What would you do if I abstracted tomorrow?
Alright.
I'd move on. And probably forget about you.
Okay.
understand.
This one is shiny because I used the wrong type of glue.
Jeez, you really can't take a joke, can you?
You're not the funny one.
I don't think that counts. Hey, what are you doing?
Fight back!
Are you crazy?
Set back!
What's wrong with you?
Why didn't you fight back?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Because I didn't fight back, that means I secretly care about you? I'm just a misunderstood little chicken fetus in an egg that needs to be cracked open. Well, I am not. I do not care about you or anyone else in this circus in the slightest. End of story. You are my playthings, and I get joy out of making you suffer. I'm the one who causes pain for fun. If I led you on, it was just to make this part hurt you more.
It's not my favorite color fairy.
There's nothing more to me. So please, just stop lying.
Alright. Yeah, I need to get the mouse roll next time.
I have something I like that. You can speak first. Let's talk after the show.
Yeah, sounds good.
At least me. I hate these gold frames. I want them to be black. Classic black. That is not as certain as I would like.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's okay.
it's time for the Favorite Character Awards. Before anything starts, I'd like to thank the committee for examining our nominees and voting on our winners. Shut up. What's an award show without honorable mentions in subcategories?
A little bit
That's
too
right, it's
bright, maybe? Maybe. Darken it up with a darker green. That is not green, Holly. That's a brown, in fact.
God, it looks stupid.
Oopsie.
And the award for biggest sailor mouth goes to Zubal.
Darker. Should maybe been lighter, actually. Oh well. I can go over there now.
All right, folks, it's now the moment you've all been waiting for. The award for favorite character. Bubble, give me a drum roll. And the award for favorite character goes to... Why, it's me, everyone! Oh, wait, I misread that. It's me.
There we go.
You shouldn't have assumed you won the award. We both look foolish.
idea. Now, let's see how many of them voted for me.
Too big. Too thick. That's the problem. That's my
Recipe card.
thinnest
Make
one.
it so easy to follow. Please, there's no joy in cooking good food.
I can't hold it any longer.
Sure you can. We can't die from oxygen deprivation, remember?
But it still feels like I'm gonna die.
Try not thinking about it. Or you could toughen up. I want to see what your funny cartoon body does.
Where's my teeth?
Take it easy. Oh, take it easy. That's...
Alright. Here I go.
Where's my teeth?
Alright, we've
There's
entered
a lot of extra molars, apparently.
Hey, there's something new.
I don't know if I can use this for anything. It just looked like a couple of big penises sticking into the big green dicks. They need a variety of thick plants.
She was already blue. Oh, guess the hue shift just gets faster.
Why am I the one doing this? Why not one of
Because something different happens to each person.
hello.
For instance, Kinger starts glowing. Ragatha's hair noodles stick up. Gangle's mask starts spinning. And Zubul turns straight.
My limbs straighten up and fall off.
What about you?
He refuses to show us because he's a coward.
I want to keep the mystery alive. What do you, the viewers, think it is?
Will you stop doing that?
Why is everybody just standing around when there's adventure to be had? Today's adventure is the mystery of Mildenhal Manor. That's right. This big spooky mansion has been rumored to be filled to the brim with paranormal activities. It's up to you to solve the house's deep mysteries and capture all the ghoulish ghost activity you can. And for the first time ever, you can. Where's Zubul? I made this adventure really cool and mature, just for them. What?
The NPCs aren't gonna become
I don't know if
self-aware
they're
in
going to be
this one,
visible
right?
How
here.
should I know? I'm not the boss. Oh wait, yes I am. Anyway,
They don't really
everybody
fit
into
the rest
the
of it.
boys. It's adventuring time.
Oh, this place is spooky. I wonder how hard Kane's gonna go with the scare factor.
I hope this adventure doesn't end up being another horrible nightmare. I'm not really a fan of
Okay. I did wonder what that was.
horror, and I don't really handle jump scares that well.
Ah, come on, that wasn't even scary. What? Scared of the vacuum cleaner too?
Hey, be nice to her. She's had a rough couple of days.
Her and everyone else. Right, Gangle?
Does anybody hear that?
I'm ghostly,
Well,
and I'll be your guide today.
why won't they go back in?
I remember my first wild take. I don't know why they're not retracting, though. That didn't happen for me.
Before you continue on your adventure, you have to choose which door you're gonna go through. The door on the left is the normal door.
Rated wow for all ages.
The door on the right is the really scary door.
Rated back for mature Zubals only.
It's up to you to decide. What the jacks?
What? I thought we were supposed to capture all the ghosts.
Which door should we choose?
Not sure. Let's try this out.
Don't worry, Gangle, I'll get it for you.
If I catch you, little housefly, you're going in here as artwork.
Oh, that's the scary door.
Zubul, come on out. I just want to talk to you. know.
What the, could you have done that the whole time?
Zubul, I just want to get to the bottom of why you keep skipping all my amazing adventures. You can end up really hurting Bubbles' feelings.
Bubbles' feelings?
Enough about Bubbles' feelings. How about your feelings? So, what's on your mind, Zubul?
I would rather not.
That's hilarious. Go on.
No, I mean, I've already told you what my problem is. You just never remember because... Never mind.
My mind is a beeswax polished coconut. Nothing ever escapes these cakes. So what can I do to make my adventures more appealing to you?
See? This is exactly what I'm talking about. All you're thinking about is your adventures. It has nothing to do with the adventures. It's more just... forget it. You're probably not even listening.
Zubul, look at this cool bee I drew.
I just noticed her eye twitching.
Where are we? Oh, that's...
I wonder what this thing is.
My name is Baron Theodore Mildenhal. Hunting has been a hobby of mine for as long as I can remember, although one could say it eventually became more of an obsession. The creature you see before you is one I've been pursuing for years. Not quite a man, but not quite an animal. Something unholy, something evil. I took it upon myself to spend every waking moment doing all I could to protect my family from the creature, hoping that when
That's enough junk, I think.
I would be freed from this awful feeling,
Yep.
this inescapable dread. I was wrong.
Alright, time to pull some strings.
You know, I'm starting to think.
How about we try to find a way back up to the others? Oh, cool, that's great. I love these adventures.
We could always ride this thing out.
It's locked. It's locked, of course. It's locked. I love that it's locked.
Alright.
Tuesday, December 4th. Although I had shot the creature multiple times in its vitals and severed its head to keep as a prize on my wall, my troubles were just beginning. I took my eyes for what felt like only a minute. When I looked back, the body was gone. The creature was not dead, and it would be back to reclaim what I'd taken from it. If anyone is listening to this, all I ask of you is one thing. Do not let it get out of your sight. You have been warned.
This is some rather convenient lore placement.
I brought down
This is some
actual
rather
cloth. Here we
inconvenient
go.
darkness.
Let's clean cloth.
No. Oh, wait. You mean me grabbing you right now? Yeah, that was me. Is this your hand?
That's my eye.
Yes, but which eye?
I really don't think that meant you stop touching my eye.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
What happened?
I just remembered a really funny joke.
Why did you scream that?
Maybe it wasn't actually that funny.
Oh my god.
I think we should hold on to each other and slowly make our way back into the trophy room.
Sounds fine to me.
What's what? It's probably just magnets. Or both. Whatever the case, I think we should be completely quiet.
Okay, yeah, I agree. You know, you're really hit and miss with these things sometimes.
There's a fly in here.
Let's make you a lot of noise. Oh god, there is a fly.
And gotcha. I think I got him. I can't
see my hands.
Oh, that's horrifying.
I'm sorry. Could you speak up? I couldn't quite make that out. Tommy, I think this might be the creature from the tapes.
It's bent with the water and everything, but it should still stay in place.
You look beautiful, honey.
Got it.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, bye.
Prepare for takeoff, because this boat is going up! Huh? It's not up. It's not up at all! Why are we going up? Ah!
Wait, where are the other frames?
I do not use my adventure to torture my guests! Any torment I inflict is 100% accidental, like any good war criminal!
We weren't even talking about that. I really couldn't give less of a crap about the adventures.
Then what is your problem, Zubal? I'm trying my best to remember, but you and my brain won't tell me!
It's me, remember? I don't like myself. I hate this body. I hate all these stupid removable pieces. I just want to find something that feels good.
Oh, yeah, now I remember why I couldn't remember. It's because that problem is already solved. Simply swap out your undesirable Zubal parts for better ones.
I've been trying to find parts of it since the day I got here.
So, back to the adventures.
Forget it.
Get it?
Just forget it.
Forget what?
Hey, nobody likes your stupid adventures.
No, one
Good
back.
one, Zubal.
Agatha's just too nice to say anything. She just likes to fight with everybody. Daniel's too shy to speak up. Kinger's insane. And Polly, she looks traumatized every time she comes back from one.
Oh, Zubal. Making adventures is my art. It's all I exist to do, all I'm good at. And, what you're saying could imply that I'm bad at the only thing I'm good at, and that'd be...
Whose therapy session is this again?
Oh, yeah! We need to get to the bottom of your behavioral issues. I'm gonna show you some ink blots, and you're gonna say the first word that comes to your mind.
Did you know that Gain Super Flings were created by award-winning perfumers and scientists? They supersized the fling and filled it with concentrated detergent. Then added 3 times the Febreze freshness and 4 times the Oxy cleaning power. No wonder I'm obsessed. Try Gain Super Flings.
That is a little bit. I need to just figure out exact placements later. Yeah, right there looks good. Okay, everything's blowing up. There we go.
Not sure. A cellar of some kind.
Things have gotten far worse than I could ever have imagined. My paranoia had driven me to the point where I was no longer the protector my wife and theoretical children needed. Jumping at every shadow, every noise, I ended up shooting the love of my life, mistaking her for the creature. It's ironic, isn't it?
his gun.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Please don't love me.
Okay, I won't. Looks like we've got 2 shots. Let's make them count.
Yeah.
Stay behind me.
Finger? I think we may have a problem this way too.
Leave it to me. I can handle this.
Another with some ferns.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
Which is what I would be saying if I didn't know that the creature was actually one of God's angels.
What?
And anyone who brings harm to it will be dragged down into the cold, spiraling pits of hell where my soul resides. I apologize, dear listener, but I need a living host in order to escape the hall of the damned, and your bodies will be my only means of doing so.
Now wait. How did he record this if he was in hell?
I hope you're ready. Because the next breath you take down there will be your last, and your bodies belong to me.
Let go of me! I hate this stupid adventure!
Good tea. Sorry again about your husband killing you and everything.
Oh, you know how men are. Always having the silliest priorities.
I know it.
If your friends see him, I only hope he doesn't bore them to death with his endless monologues. That man could turn a 57-second story into a Greek tragedy.
57 seconds again. Fucking tea!
For the tea. I really need to go in here.
Feel free to visit anytime.
Definitely.
Congratulations, my little ironclad waffle cones! You've taken the pacifist route, and you should be proud of what good people you are. Unfortunately, we still need to wait until your other teammates finish their adventure before I can grant you permission to leave.
I wonder how long that'll be.
Not really typical of what you'd think hell would be.
We are literally in hell right now. Hell! Of course I'd be in hell. How could I not be in literal hell right now?
Just try to stay calm. I'm sure Kane included a way to escape. Hold on. Let me try something. Hey, there's actually a staircase down there. It could be a way out. Maybe
Let's see.
we
There it is.
Though I'm worried about what that tape said earlier.
I'm just gonna try going fast.
Wait, Tommy! Hey, you all right there?
No.
I'm guessing souls are attracted to living things. Just want a vessel to be able to leave with. Man. 7 years of computer science for this, huh?
What? Every day I spend here is one nightmare after the next. I knew it would end up like this. He just wants me to suffer. I really am in hell.
Don't nodding. Well, I guess we are technically. Forget about that. How about we just
Alright, we'll get some fucking flowers in here.
chasing us?
Oh, that's so good. Where's your lid? Oh.
It was my fault we went down this path, wasn't it? I'm really sorry for that.
Why have you been acting so different lately?
I have, haven't I? I'm normally not too good with memories. Being surrounded by darkness always brings me back to a certain time. Right after my wife had abstracted. I don't recall the exact string of events, but we both ended up in the fort together. And it was dark. The darkness seemed to calm her down a bit. The harsh, jagged edges smoothed out, and she didn't seem aggravated anymore. She wasn't the same as before, but she was calm enough to touch one last time before she got sent to the cellar. Always taken back to that moment when engulfed in darkness.
You had a wife? Like, here in the circus?
Yeah. She was funny, creative, really into entomology. I used to hate bugs, but she somehow got me to like them. It's not the most cheerful memory, but it's one I at least have control over. I know how I can feel in this circus. Sometimes it all just feels pointless.
Yeah.
But it's not. Not if you have people who care about you.
I don't have any more little
Memories can
bits.
do a lot. And cherish the people around you. You never know when they'll be gone. In this world, the worst thing you can do is make someone think they're not wanted or loved.
I'm glad you're here with me.
You know, I've been thinking about that last tape. He said, the next breath you take down there will be your last. Maybe we can get through if we don't breathe.
I'm not very good at holding my breath.
Well, how about we try not thinking about it?
If we leave and we go back to the circus, you're just gonna go back to being crazy. You're not gonna remember any of this, are you?
Don't worry about me. As long as you remember it,
Oh my god, strings.
things will be okay.
Alright, time to spend 20 minutes picking strings off. I should use the hot
I
glue
know
gun.
you'll be able to get through
The
this.
heat gun.
Just hold on to me. We'll get through it together.
No, did the arm break? Yep. Alright, over there for now.
Oh, Pomni, Peter, you guys okay? Was it scary?
I'm fine, actually. What happened up here?
Don't worry about that.
Ami was very brave. At least I think she was. Were you?
Something like that. Hey, Radhika.
Yeah?
Is that most of them?
Just want to
Minus
say
the arm, of course.
thanks for always being concerned about me. I feel like through everything, I haven't really been appreciative enough about that.
Oh, thank you, Pomni. I just want to make sure you're doing all right. You know, we care about you.
Did you remember to get my comedy mask?
And now I'm just starting to wonder if Wild West was even a real direction at all. Whoopsie daisy, looks like everybody completed the adventure and they're coming home. Quick, pretend we were having a therapy session.
Okay.
Welcome back, my meowing milkmaids.
Don't ever call us that again. What was it like being so
Wasn't that bad, actually.
Okay. Where'd it go? There we go. I just saw it, and I've lost it.
Who's the new guy? It's Olivier, the world's biggest greeter for the biggest deals of the season. Do you think he plays basketball? Yeah.
The Big Red Sale, on from September 18th to 25th.
The thing about tough messes, they happen all the time.
No kidding.
But the new Mr. Clean Platinum can take on tough messes whenever they happen. It cuts through 100% of dirt, grease, and grime. And the new formula has 6 times
Really
the cleaning
should
action.
use the air
It's not
gun on
just
this
clean,
first.
Mr. Clean.
I don't really feel like Silent Hill tonight.
So, you just wind your arm backwards in a big circle, release right at the bottom, and follow through. You got that?
You're wasting your time, Raggy.
Just wait a second. Like this? Yeah, you got it. Yes!
I actually didn't mean to do that.
Are you alright, Gangle? Why do you always gotta do this?
What? I just said it was an accident.
Unbelievable. You are
Hey,
unbelievable.
Gangle, I think I found something you might like. I don't know if it'll work, but it looks about the same shape as yours. The best part is it's plastic, so it won't break as easily. Try it on. How's it feel?
It feels normal. Like in a good way.
That's good.
Yeah. Thank you, Simple.
What the heck is this? You just giving away parts
So what if I am? I'm not giving any to you.
now? Darn. I guess you're never getting that unicorn horn pump.
Did I ever say anything about that? I think you look good with one.
Well, it's possible.
Did somebody say adventure?
No.
Today's adventure is The Curse of the Violent Psychopath Butcher. That's right, scary human meat is all over the walls, and boy, is it smelly. It's up to you to...
Can we, like, chill with the horror, please? I really don't want this to be like that.
What's next? Something made for me.
It was this awful, horrifying angel head thing. And when we tried to fight back at all, we got sent to hell where evil souls tried to infest our bodies. It was bad.
Why did you think I would like that?
Well, if you're all gonna be such critics, why don't you suggest a better one?
We do. Have you not checked the suggestion box once?
Gonna be real, I forgot we had that.
We have a suggestion box?
Basically, no.
See? There she is.
Bubble, plug that up.
Oh, fabulous.
How about an adventure where Zooble gets turned into a piñata and we all take turns beating them up?
That one's mine.
Who would have guessed?
Let's just have an adventure where Jax can't talk through the entire thing.
Genuinely hurtful.
Good.
Can we maybe pick one that's more normal?
Well, I don't know what's normal to you people. Let's have one where we all work at a fast food place. Is that normal?
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Right! That means today's adventure is an honest, hard day's work at Spunzy's restaurant chain. And you can be the shift manager.
You did not just make that today's adventure.
That's right. You've shown enough leadership skills today to be the perfect shift manager. Of course, of course. I'm already getting tons of ideas. That was weird.
Well, see you guys when it's over.
Again?
I'm not going to do this for fun.
Oh, I know. I could sit this one out, and Zubu could take my place.
That's not how that works.
Great idea, Kinger. It'll be nice to have you back on board, Zubul.
What, are you kidding me? I'm not just going to be forced into this stupid adventure.
You can shut up now.
I think I might be able to give it a swing. Being a shift manager was my job at one point.
Then what are we waiting for? Get your non-slip shoes ready, because we're going to Spunzy's.
Clear you.
Well, I guess I should get into manager mode and get us all kicked off. And with that out of the way, let's get to work, guys.
Oh no! It looks like I've taken Ragatha and dropped her in the deep fryer.
Oh, no. We can't have anything like that going on around here.
What are you gonna do about it, though?
I'm calling up our management.
Yellow?
Hey, Kane, we're having a bit of an issue with the employees, and I just wondered if you could maybe have a punishment waiting for them at the end of the day if they do a terrible job.
Wait, what?
Motivation! That's what my adventures have been missing! Great idea, Gangle! I'll be sure to make something truly awful awaiting your rotten employees!
Why would you do this?
It's called a manic episode, and you're getting 3 more seasons! Anyway, Jax, it's your job to set up the drink station, make new coffee and iced tea, and fill the ice cream machine, so get to it!
This is really weird.
They look dusty. I know it's whatever they put on them to make them look like soft and whatever, but it looks dirty.
Oh, what can I get for you today?
Oh, hey, it's Orbs Man. Oh, he's from a previous adventure? Before your time.
I don't know if the colors can stay that way, though.
Okay, a number 57.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Never say you hate the customer while the customer is still here. Will we wait until after hours for that?
Excuse me. Yeah, little jester, I'd like to order the stupid burger. Last time I ordered it here, they forgot to add the sauce that makes you stupid. Don't forget the sauce.
Is that a thing we have?
Yes, I order it all the time. I'm addicted.
Okay, 1 stupid burger.
Heard you loud and clear.
So you're just, like, actually doing the job.
Yeah, I don't want Kane to punish me.
Kane's not gonna do anything malicious. It's not in his nature.
You really want to find out? The only thing holding Kane back is the fact that he likes us. I wouldn't push it.
That's rich coming from you. Ugh.
Hello, Sheila. I'll have a sausage, bacon, jaffle combo. And the mate here just wants 6 hash browns split between.
Yeah, okay. Hi.
You alright, miss?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll call your order when your name's ready, or what, yeah.
asked for a kid's meal toy. You're not a kid. Oh, yeah. An adult toy, then. Don't know about that one, mate. Well, can I help you, miss?
I just wanted to say hi.
Hi. Do we know each other?
I don't know.
No, we can.
Agatha, where's Pomni?
Huh? Oh, she's flirting with the gummy guy. 'Cause she'd rather be with an NPC than with us or something.
Well, that won't do.
I wish someone would flirt with me.
Pomni, we need you on the register. Stop weirding the customers out. But it's gummy goo. Can't the job wait a bit? It's not like this is real. And next you're gonna say my authority isn't real. Anyway, put away that breakfast menu because it's lunchtime. All right, fellas, it's lunch rush. Get your game faces on.
Does this count as a bus?
Are you ready to order?
No thanks. I got this bowl of cereal.
Well, there is a line of people behind.
300 cheeseburgers for all that precious swine.
Is that for here or to... Can you hold on for just a second?
One big Stebbers, if you leave that poor, pitiful creature alone.
Do all the Gloinks have names?
Of course they do. I love and cherish every Gloink I give birth to. What kind of mother do you think I am?
It's beautiful.
Hey, I just want to wish you a pleasant day. Thanks for eating at Spunzy's.
Have a good one, miss.
Oh, Jax! The bathroom looks like a biohazard and needs a good scrubbing.
Well, I don't know. Shouldn't, Biohazard crew take care of that?
Oh, Jaxie boy, don't you want to be a model employee?
No, I don't care about any of this.
Well, that doesn't really sound like a can-do attitude to me.
It's not.
Bad.
I like you better when you're sad.
Well, maybe you just need some more... training.
Any more teeth?
Hi, welcome to Spunzy. In this video, you're going to learn the ins and outs of what makes you a good crew member and invaluable.
Leave a thumbs up before I head out, guys. Always appreciated.
Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't want a career in fast food. I want to be a comic artist and eventually launch my own manga-inspired webcomic. And it's cool to have dreams, but you also need to remember that they're completely unrealistic, and you need to stop trying. But before we get into all that, first things first. Are you smiling?
No.
Why not?
Wait, nobody can see this, right?
It's time for your employee reevaluation.
It's not one thing. It's another.
One battle after another.
Liar, is this the clothes you sold me? I paid so much for this, and the quality is terrible.
Wait, how much did you pay for it?
I paid $50.
$50? That's definitely not Gonzalo. All of our jackets are free right now.
If it's free, be any good.
It's absolutely good stuff. Demo is running a big new season promo. New users can get this stylish jacket for $0. Let me show you. Available in 5 colors. These jackets are easy to style. They are windproof, warm, and come with multi-pocket design. These are perfect for outdoors. Plus, they're durable, earth-resistant, and scratch-proof. And waterproof is built to last.
Wow, that's amazing. How do I get one for free?
Horseradish sauce.
Hey, you need to start assembling these. I'm running out of room here.
I made like 5 or 6 of them.
Cool, that's 6 out of 300.
Ugh, ew. You're such a grouch. Why are you always being a grunch?
Gangle, can you help Agatha? I think she huffed paint or something.
Huffing paint and not waiting until a designated break? I'll be right there.
No, wait. I can do it. I just gotta grab the horseradish sauce. Oh, I miss my horses.
Here, let me help you with that.
Why are you even the boss anyway? I feel like I'm way more responsible than you.
Well, if you underperform now, you might end up hurt later.
Hurt nothing. I'm hurt enough. Packages landing on my head, tea parties, dancing lessons.
What's wrong with her? You know, a team works much better when we're all giving it 110% instead of, 5.
No offense, but you're kind of annoying when you have your happy mask. Wait, is that mean to say?
Zubul, help Ragatha with assembly. I'm gonna go over here now.
Are you kidding me? Hey, Gango! I think the clock's broken.
Is it broken? Or are we the broken ones? How long has this shift really gone on for? 6 hours? 8? 24? A week? A year? Does time even move in here? Will we ever go home? Will we ever achieve our dreams? Oh, wait. Yeah, that clock's broken.
I don't know those threads. Where are they?
Well, that was more info on Gloink reproduction than I ever needed to know.
Can you move?
Yo, Jax. I, hate you, but I don't want you to hate me. Is that weird?
You're drunk or something.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Wish I could say the same.
Jax, there's dishes back here. You got time to lean, you got time to clean.
I'm on it. Later, Pop.
Oops. Sorry. Where'd it go? Here it is. Oh, screaming, walking. Done that a few times. Fly just now?
You good?
Ah, shit.
My comedy mask is usually broken by now. I mean, what are these? Is the mask not making you happy? Do you have anybody to talk to? Like, in regards to your issues? I'm sure Ragatha would like to help you out. Oh, Ragatha. I love her, but after a while it gets kind of hard to tell how genuine she's actually being. Well, maybe... Anyway, we can't spend all night out here talking about our feelings. We've got work to do.
This wasn't fun at all. See you all later.
You know, when Ragatha gets off, I feel like she might need a designated driver.
Why are you asking me? I'm closing tonight.
Oh, no, I meant I'd drive her home.
Oh. I think she gets off in an hour.
Okay, I can stick around until then.
See how she looks. Not my best, but not my worst. Yes. Flowers are kind of nice. Oh shit. There we go. 2 at 2.
Hey. You know, I can close for you if you want. Huh? If you want to get out of here, you can. You don't have to be stuck here alone. I can handle closing. Would that be okay? So, you should go home and get some rest.
Alright, this one I didn't get trimmed up as much as I should have. That's alright. This does not feel dry. It's going in anyway. Doesn't matter. Flowers in this one too.
Alrighty, let's get this performance review out of the way.
Yeah, this is not dry at all. I didn't take it outside in the sun today. God damn it. I forgot it down here.
Cut your own shift short, went a little kooky, and ran out into oncoming traffic. Now, being in a position of power like this, you could offload the blame to one of your employees and avoid the dock on your store. What do you think?
No, that was my responsibility. I just backed under the pressure, I suppose.
Well, that's gonna knock your overall score down to a B+. How's that sound?
Oh, I forgot the dog was here.
Speechless. I can't say I blame you. Not every executive is as forgiving as me. And that's it for the reviews. You have yourself a nice day.
You little housefly. Fuck off. Oh, no, I already have butterfly.
I am such a good...
What are you all the way out here for?
The mask didn't work. I don't think anybody wants to talk to me anymore.
I still like talking to you. Look, the new mask was a bust. So what? I'm sure we'll find something that works eventually.
Hey.
Deserve a friend like you.
Well, you've got one. Now, come on over and hang out with the rest of us. Bring your art too. I always like seeing what you draw.
There we go. Down on something. Near the dog walking around. Let it disappear for a minute. The intention for this was to paint the frame black. I haven't got patience or time today, but maybe someday, if it hasn't sold already, I will paint it black. And it'll be pretty and gothic and whatever the fuck it's supposed to be. Oh wow, ambitious, wasn't I? I still had hopes and dreams and friends that were alive. There we go.
Marshall's buyers travel far and wide to hustle the best of the best for you. They're quality obsessed, deal-making professionals. We get the deals, you get the good stuff. Marshall's.
Hey, nerd, there's no way he remembers anything.
Never better.
Do you guys know about his wife?
Huh?
My what?
Actually, let's try. Let's do search and let's do somebody tell me a old horror movie. Telltale Heart is for October, so it's coming up. What's another horror movie, like horror? It's old. Oh, what was it? Not Frankenstein. Not Cthulhu. Let's do The Raven, maybe? Oh. Probably won't work. Nope. Okay. I know what I can do. Not The Raven. What was the other? Another horror movie. Oh. Horror stories from Edgar Allan Poe. Hotel Heart. Black Cat. Oh, God, what was it? I don't remember. Shit. I want to remember too, and I don't remember. Yeah, it'll come to me in December. And Haunted, The Monkey's Paw, Telltale Heart, The Legends. The Legends of Sleepy Hollow! That was it. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
There we go. It's not long, but... Alright. This is from Chilly Tales for Dark Nights.
Raisin Bran Crunch.
Yeah, I don't care.
Clusters. Bring on the crunch.
Shut up.
The tea I have mentioned is not
This probably won't work. Nope. Alright. Yeah. Don't do cast. Well, here we go. It's not going to let me do it, am I?
Ah, that's pretty good. Let me take it from here.
Oh, shit.
picture.
Whatever, it's in my search now, so let's begin again. Legends of Sleepy Hollow.
Chilling tales from dark nights. The legend of Sleepy Hollow.
I understand why nobody watched this one specifically.
By Washington Irving. Narrated.
Nope. This better not be the whole fucking thing. I'm not doing that.
In the bosom of one of those spacious coves which indent the eastern shore of the Hudson, at that broad expansion of the river denominated by the ancient Dutch navigators the Tappan Zee, and where they always prudently shortened sail and implored the protection of St. Nicholas when they crossed, there lies a small market town, or rural port, which by some is called Greensburg, but which is more generally and properly known by the name of Tarrytown. This name was given, we are told, in former days, by the good housewives of the adjacent country, from the inveterate propensity of their husbands to linger about the village tavern on market days. Be that as it may, I do not vouch for the fact, but merely advert to it, for the sake of being precise and authentic. Not far from this village, perhaps about 2 miles, there's a little valley, or rather lap of land among high hills, which is one of the quietest places in the whole world. A small brook glides through it, with just murmur enough to lull one to repose, and the occasional whistle of a quail or tapping of a woodpecker is almost the only sound that ever breaks in upon the uniform tranquility. I recollect that when a stripling, my first exploit in squirrel shooting was in a grove of tall walnut trees that shades one side of the valley. I had wandered into it at noontime, when all nature is peculiarly quiet, and was startled by the roar of my own gun as it broke the Sabbath stillness around, and was prolonged and reverberated by the angry echoes. If ever I should wish for a retreat whither I might steal from the world and its distractions, and dream quietly away the remnant of a troubled life, I know of none more promising than this little valley. From the listless repose of the place, and the peculiar character of its inhabitants, who are descendants from the original Dutch settlers, this sequestered glen has long been known by the name of Sleepy Hollow, and its rustic lads are called the Sleepy Hollow Boys throughout all the neighboring country. A drowsy, dreamy influence seems to hang over the land and to pervade the very atmosphere. Some say that the place was bewitched by a high German doctor during the early days of the settlement. Others, that an old Indian chief, the prophet or wizard of his tribe, held his powwows there before the country was discovered by Master Hendrik Hudson. Certain it is, the place still continues under the sway of some witching power that holds a spell over the minds of the good people, causing them to walk in a continual reverie. They are given to all kinds of marvelous beliefs, are subject to trances and visions, and frequently see strange sights and hear music and voices in the air. The whole neighborhood abounds with local tales, haunted spots, and twilight superstitions. Stars shoot and meteors glare oftener across the valley than in any other part of the country. And the nightmare, with her whole ninefold seems to make it the favorite scene of her gambols. The dominant spirit, however, that haunts this enchanted region and seems to be commander-in-chief of all the powers of the air, is the apparition of a figure on horseback without a head. It is said by some to be the ghost of a Hessian trooper whose head had been carried away by a cannonball in some nameless battle during the Revolutionary War, and who is ever and anon seen by the country folk hurrying along in the gloom of night as if on the wings of the wind. His haunts are not confined to the valley, but extend at times to the adjacent roads, and especially to the vicinity of a church at no great distance. Indeed, certain of the most authentic historians of these parts, who have been careful in collecting and collating the floating facts concerning the specter, allege that the body of the trooper, having been buried in the churchyard, the ghost rides forth to the scene of battle in a nightly quest of its head, and the rushing speed with which he sometimes passes along the hollow like a midnight blast is owing to his being belated and in a hurry to get back to the churchyard before daybreak. Such is the general purport of this legendary superstition, which has furnished materials for many a wild story in that region of shadows, and the specter is known at all the country firesides by the name of the Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow.
These are annoying, but they look good. Well, they look decent enough anyway.
It is remarkable that the visionary propensity I have mentioned is not confined to the native inhabitants of the valley, but is unconsciously imbibed by everyone who resides there for a time. However wide awake they may have been before they entered that sleepy region, they are sure, in a little time, to inhale the witching influence of the air and begin to grow imaginative, to dream dreams and see apparitions. I mention this peaceful spot with all possible laud, for it is in such little retired Dutch valleys found here and there embosomed in the great state of New York that population, manners, and customs remain fixed, while the great torrent of migration and improvement, which is making such incessant changes in other parts of this restless country, sweeps by them unobserved. They are like those little nooks of still water which border a rapid stream, where we may see the straw and bubble riding quietly at anchor, or slowly revolving in their mimic harbor, undisturbed by the rush of the passing current. Though many years have elapsed since I trod the drowsy shades of Sleepy Hollow, yet I question whether I should not still find the same trees and the same families vegetating in its sheltered bosom. In this by-place of nature, there abode, in a remote period of American history, that is to say some 30 years since, a worthy wight of the name of Ichabod Crane, who sojourned, or as he expressed it, tarried in Sleepy Hollow, for the purpose of instructing the children of the vicinity. He was a native of Connecticut, a state which supplies the Union with pioneers for the mine, as well as for the forest, and sends forth yearly its legions of frontier woodsmen and country schoolmasters. The cognomen of Crane was not inapplicable to his person. He was tall, but exceedingly lank, with narrow shoulders, long arms and legs, hands that dangled a mile out of his sleeves, feet that might have served for shovels, and his whole frame most loosely hung together. His head was small and flat at top.
Jesus.
Huge ears.
Flatter the guy, would ya?
Glassy eyes and a long snipe nose, so that it looked like a weathercock perched upon his spindle neck.
Oh my God, she's describing Joel.
To see him striding
friends from high
along
school.
the profile of the hill on a windy day, with his clothes bagging and fluttering about him, one might have mistaken him for the genius of famine descending upon the earth, or some scarecrow eloped from a cornfield. His schoolhouse was a low building of one large room, rudely constructed of logs. Windows partly glazed and partly patched with leaves of old copybooks. It was most ingeniously secured at vacant hours by a withe twisted in the handle of the door, and stakes set against the window shutters, so that, though a thief might get in with perfect ease, he would find some embarrassment in getting out. An idea most probably borrowed by the architect Joost van Houten from the mystery of an eel pot.
An eel pot.
The schoolhouse stood in a rather lonely but pleasant situation, just at the foot of a woody hill, with a brook running close by and a formidable birch tree growing at one end of it. From hence, the low murmur of his pupils' voices, conning over their lessons, might be heard in a drowsy summer's day like the hum of a beehive, interrupted now and then by the authoritative voice of the master.
Children, be quiet.
In the tone of menace or command, or peradventure by the appalling sound of the birch, as he urged some tardy loiterer along the flowery path of knowledge. Truth to say, he was a conscientious man, and ever bore in mind the golden maxim, spare the rod and spoil the child. Ichabod Crane's scholars certainly were not spoiled. I would not have it imagined, however, that he was one of those cruel potentates of the school who joy in the smart of their subjects. On the contrary, he administered justice with discrimination rather than severity, taking the burden off the backs of the weak and laying it on those of the strong. Your mere puny stripling that winced at the least flourish of the rod was passed by with indulgence, but the claims of justice were satisfied by inflicting a double portion on some little tough, wrong-headed, broad-skirted Dutch urchin who sulked and swelled and grew dogged and sullen beneath the birch.
Hurts me, lad. Much more than it hurts you.
Sure it does.
All this he called doing his duty by their parents.
And I don't feel bad for him anymore.
Inflicted a chastisement without following it by the assurance, so consolatory to the smarting urchin, that he would remember it and thank him for it the longest day he had to live.
I'm sure you'll thank him one day.
When school hours were over, he was even the companion and playmate of the larger boys, and on holiday afternoons would convoy some of the smaller ones home, who happened to have pretty sisters or good housewives for mothers noted for the comforts of the cupboard. Indeed, it behooved him to keep on good terms with his pupils. The revenue arising from his school was small, and would have scarcely been sufficient to furnish him with the daily bread, for he was a huge feeder, and though lank, had the dilating powers of an anaconda. But to help out his maintenance, he was, according to country custom in those parts, boarded and lodged at the houses of the farmers whose children he instructed. With these, he lived successively 1 week at a time, thus going the rounds of the neighborhood with all his worldly affairs in a cotton handkerchief. All this might not be too onerous on the purses of his rustic patrons, who were apt to consider the costs of schooling a grievous burden. and schoolmasters as mere
There's some
drones,
marks, but I think
he
they're on the
had
outside from the tape.
various ways of rendering himself both useful and agreeable.
Yes, I'd like to offer my services to you, sir. You ever done this kind of work before? Oh my. Well, certainly. All right.
He assisted the farmers occasionally in the lighter labors of their farms, helped to make hay.
Oh my. Well, that's quite enough, you beast.
Mended the fences.
There we go. There she is.
Took the horses to water.
Well done. Well, those guys are in.
Drove the cows from pasture.
All right. All right. Bessie, that's enough out of you.
Hi, Benji. What's up?
And cut wood for the winter fire. He laid aside, too, all the dominant dignity and absolute sway with which he lorded it in his little empire, the school, and became wonderfully gentle, ingratiating.
Ladies.
He found favor in the eyes of the mothers by petting the children.
Oh, that's quite all right, lad. You'll be okay.
Particularly the youngest, and like the lion bold which Willem so magnanimously the lamb did hold, he would sit with the child on one knee and rock a cradle with his foot for whole hours together. In addition to his other vocations, he was the singing master of the neighborhood and picked up many bright shillings by instructing the young folks in psalmody. It was a matter of no little vanity to him on Sundays to take his station in front of the church gallery with a band of chosen singers, where in his own mind he completely carried away the palm from the parson. Certain it is, his voice resounded far above all the rest of the congregation, and there are peculiar quavers still to be heard in that church, and which may even be heard half a mile off, quite to the opposite side of Mildenhal on a still Sunday morning, which are said to be legitimately descended from the nose of Ichabod Crane. Thus, by divers little makeshifts in that ingenious way which is commonly denominated by hook and by crook, the worthy pedagogue got on tolerably enough, and was thought, by all who understood nothing of the labor of head work, to have a wonderfully easy life of it. The schoolmaster was generally a man of some importance in the female circle of a rural neighborhood, being considered a kind of idle gentleman-like personage of vastly superior taste and accomplishments to the rough country swains, and, indeed, inferior in learning only to the parson. His appearance, therefore, is apt to occasion some little stir at the tea-table of a farmhouse, and the addition of a supernumerary dish of cakes or sweetmeats, or peradventure the parade of the silver teapot. Our man of letters, therefore, was peculiarly happy in the smiles of all the country damsels. How he would figure among them in the churchyard, between services on Sundays, gathering grapes for them from the wild vines that overran the surrounding trees, reciting for their amusement all the epitaphs on the tombstones, or sauntering with a whole bevy of them along the banks of the adjacent mill pond, while the more bashful country bumpkins hung sheepishly back, envying his superior elegance and address. From his half-itinerant life, also, he was a kind of traveling gazette, carrying the whole budget of local gossip from house to house, so that his appearance was always greeted with satisfaction. He was, moreover, esteemed by the women as a man of great erudition, for he had read several books quite through, and was a perfect master of Cotton Mather's History of New England Witchcraft, in which, by the way, he most firmly and potently believed. He was, in fact, an odd mixture of small shrewdness and simple credulity. His appetite for the marvelous and his powers of digesting it were equally extraordinary, and both had been increased by his residence in this spellbound region. No tale was too gross or monstrous for his capacious swallow. It was often his delight, after his school was dismissed in the afternoon, to stretch himself on the rich bed of clover bordering the little brook that whimpered by his schoolhouse, and there
break the leg.
old Mather's direful tales until the gathering dusk of evening made the printed page a mere mist before his eyes. Then, as he wended his way by swamp and stream and awful woodland to the farmhouse where he happened to be quartered, every sound of nature at that witching hour fluttered his excited imagination. The moan of the whippoorwill from the hillside, the boding cry of the tree-toad, that harbinger of storm, the dreary hooting of the screech owl, or the sudden rustling in the thicket of birds frightened from their roost. The fireflies, too, which sparkled most vividly in the darkest places now and then, startled him, as one of uncommon brightness would stream upon his path. And if by chance a huge blockhead of a beetle came winging its blundering flight against him, the poor varlet was ready to give up the ghost with the idea that he was struck with a witch's token. His only resource on such occasions, either to drown thought or drive away evil spirits, was to sing some tunes. And the good people of Sleepy Hollow, as they sat by their doors of an evening, were often filled with awe at hearing his nasal melody in linked sweetness long drawn out, floating from the distant hill or along the dusky road. Another of his sources of fearful pleasure was to pass long winter evenings with the old Dutch wives as they sat spinning by the fire with a row of apples roasting and spluttering along the hearth, and listen to their marvelous tales of ghosts and goblins and haunted fields and haunted brooks and haunted bridges and haunted houses, and particularly of the headless horseman, or galloping Hessian of the Hollow, as they sometimes called him. He would delight them equally by his anecdotes of witchcraft, and of the direful omens and portentous sights and sounds in the air which prevailed in the earlier times of Connecticut, and would frighten them woefully with speculations upon comets and shooting stars, and with the alarming fact that the world did absolutely turn round, and that they were half the time topsy-turvy. But if there was a pleasure in all this, while snugly cuddling in the chimney corner of a chamber that was all of a ruddy glow from the crackling wood fire, and where, of course, no spectre dared to show its face, it was dearly purchased by the terrors of his subsequent walk homewards. What fearful shapes and shadows beset his path amidst the dim and ghastly glare of a snowy night! With what wistful look did he eye every trembling ray of light streaming across the waste fields from some distant window! How often was he appalled by some shrub covered with snow, which, like a sheeted spectre, beset his very path! How often did he shrink with curdling awe at the sound of his own steps steps on the frosty crust beneath his feet, and dread to look over his shoulder, lest he should behold
Thank you for the
some
thumbs up.
uncouth being trampling close behind him. And how often was he thrown into complete dismay by some rushing blast howling among the trees in the idea.
Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Before you head out, always appreciated. Listening to Sleepy Hollow if you're new. There we go.
All these, however, mere terrors of the night, phantoms of the mind that walk in darkness. And though he had seen many specters in his time, and been more than once beset by Satan in divers shapes, in his lonely perambulations, yet daylight put an end to all these evils, and he would have passed a pleasant life of it, in despite of the devil and all his works, if his path had not been crossed by a being that causes more perplexity to mortal man than ghosts, goblins, and the whole race of witches put together, and that was a woman.
Of course. Yeah, play the woman. That was a woman.
Among the musical disciples who assembled one evening in each week to receive his instructions in psalmody was Katrina Van Tassel, the daughter and only child of a substantial Dutch farmer. She was a blooming lass of fresh 18, plump as a partridge, ripe and melting and rosy-cheeked as one of her father's peaches. And universally famed not merely for her beauty, but for her vast expectations. She was, withal, a little of a coquette, as might be perceived even in her dress, which was a mixture of ancient and modern fashions.
Wait,
as
am I
most
skeletons?
suited to set off her charms.
Oh my god, what are
She
skeletons?
wore the ornaments of pure yellow gold, which her great-great-grandmother had brought over from Sodom, the tempting stomacher of the olden time, and withal
we'll be right back.
A provokingly short petticoat to display the
she looks like a harlot
ankle in the country round. Ichabod Crane had a soft and foolish heart towards the sex, and it is not to be wondered at that so tempting a morsel soon found favor in his eyes, more especially after he had visited her in her paternal mansion. Old Baltus Van Tassel was a perfect picture of a thriving, contented, liberal-hearted farmer. He seldom, it is true, sent either his eyes or his thoughts beyond the boundaries of his own farm, but within those, everything was snug, happy, and well-conditioned. He was satisfied with his wealth, and prided himself upon a hearty abundance rather than the style in which he lived. His stronghold was situated on the banks of the Hudson, in one of those green, sheltered, fertile nooks in which the Dutch farmers are so fond of nestling. A great elm tree spread its broad branches over it, at the foot of which bubbled up a spring of the softest and sweetest water in a little well formed of a barrel, and then started sparkling away through the grass to a neighboring
I could make a tiny noose.
along among alders
I make one.
Hard
For
by the
curiosity's
farmers
sake.
was a vast barn that might have served for a church, every window and crevice of which seemed bursting forth with the treasures of the farm. The flail was busily resounding within it from morning to night. Swallows and martins skimmed twittering about the eaves, and rows of pigeons, some with one eye turned up as if watching the weather, some with their heads under their wings or buried in their bosoms, and others swelling and cooing and bowing at their dames, were enjoying the sunshine up on the roof. Sleek, unwieldy porkers were grunting in the repose and abundance of their pens, from whence sallied forth now and then troops of suckling pigs, as if to snuff the air. A stately squadron of snowy geese were riding in an adjoining pond, convoying whole fleets of ducks. Regiments of turkeys were gobbling through the farmyard, and guinea fowls fretting about it like ill-tempered housewives with their peevish, discontented cry. Before the barn door strutted the gallant cock, that pattern of a husband, a warrior, and a fine gentleman, clapping his burnished wings and crowing in the pride and gladness of his heart, sometimes tearing up the earth with his feet and then generously calling his ever-hungry family of wives and children to enjoy the rich morsel which he had discovered. The pedagogue's mouth watered as he looked upon this sumptuous promise of luxurious winter fare. In his devouring mind's eye, he pictured to himself every roasting pig running about with a pudding in his belly and an apple in his mouth. The pigeons were snugly put to bed in a comfortable pie, and tucked in with a coverlet of crust. The geese were swimming in their own gravy, and the ducks pairing cozily in dishes, like snug married couples with a decent competency of onion sauce. In the porkers, he saw carved out the future sleek side of bacon and juicy, relishing ham. Not a turkey, but he beheld daintily trussed up with its gizzard under its wing, and peradventure a necklace of savory sausages. And even bright Chanticleer himself lay sprawling on his back in a side dish with uplifted claws, as if craving that quarter which his chivalrous spirit disdained to ask while living. As the enraptured Ichabod fancied all this, and as he rolled his great green eyes over the fat meadowlands, the rich fields of wheat, of rye, of buckwheat and Indian corn, and the orchards burdened with ruddy fruit which surrounded the warm tenement of Van Tassel, his heart yearned after the damsel who was to inherit these domains, and his imagination expanded with the idea how they might be readily turned into cash, and the money invested in immense tracts of wild land and jungle palaces in the wilderness. Nay, his busy fancy already realized his hopes and presented to him the blooming Katrina with a whole family of children mounted on top of a wagon loaded with household trumpery with pots and kettles dangling beneath, and beheld himself bestriding a pacing mare with a colt at her heels setting out for Kentucky, Tennessee, or the Lord knows where. When he entered the house, the conquest of his heart was complete. It was one of those spacious farmhouses with high-ridged but lowly sloping roofs, built in the style handed down from the first such settlers. The low, projecting eaves forming a piazza along the front, capable of being closed up in bad weather. Under this were hung flails, harnesses, various utensils of husbandry, and nets for fishing in the neighboring river. Benches were built along the sides for summer use, and a great spinning wheel at one end and a churn at the other showed the various uses to which this important porch might be devoted. From this piazza, the wandering Ichabod entered the hall, which formed the center of the mansion and the place of usual residence. Here rows of resplendent pewter ranged on a long dresser dazzled his eyes. In one corner stood a huge bag of wool, ready to be spun. In another, a quantity of linsey-woolsey just from the loom. Ears of Indian corn and strings of dried apples and peaches hung in gay festoons along the walls, mingled with a gaud of red peppers. And a door left ajar gave him a peek into the best parlor, where the claw-footed chairs and dark mahogany tables shone like mirrors. Irons with their accompanying shovel and tongs glistened from their covert of asparagus tops. Mock oranges and conch shells decorated the mantelpiece.
Yes.
Strings of various colored birds' eggs were suspended above it. A great ostrich egg was hung from the center of the room, and a corner cupboard, knowingly left open, displayed immense treasures of old silver and well-mended china. From the moment Ichabod laid his eyes upon these regions of delight, the peace of his mind was at an end, and his only study was how to gain the affections of the peerless daughter of Van Tassel. In this enterprise, however, he had more real difficulties than generally fell to the lot of a knight-errant of yore, who seldom had anything but giants, enchanters, fiery dragons, and such like easily conquered adversaries to contend with, and had to make his way nearly through the gates of iron and brass and walls of adamant to the castle keep, where the ladies of his heart was confined. All which he achieved as easily as a man would carve his way to the center of a Christmas pie. And then the lady gave him her hand as a matter of course. Ichabod, on the contrary, had to win his way to the heart of a country coquette, beset with a labyrinth of whims and caprices, which were forever presenting new difficulties and impediments. And he had to encounter a host of fearful adversaries of real flesh and blood, the numerous rustic admirers who beset every portal to her heart, keeping a watching and angry eye upon each other, but ready to fly out in the common cause against any new competitor. Among the rest, the most formidable was a burly, roaring, roistering blade of the name of Abraham, or, according to the Dutch abbreviation, Brom Van Brunt.
Ow.
The hero of the country round, which rang with his feats of strength and hardihood. He was broad-shouldered and double-jointed, with short curly black hair and a bluff but not unpleasant countenance. From his Herculean frame and great powers of limb, he had received the nickname of Brom Bones, by which he was universally known. He was famed for great knowledge and skill in horsemanship, being as dexterous on horseback as a Tartar. He was foremost in all races and cockfights, and with the ascendancy which bodily strength always acquires in a rustic life.
Fellas.
Was the umpire in all disputes, setting his hat on one side and giving his decisions with an air and tone that admitted of no gainsay or appeal. He was always ready for either a fight or a frolic, but had more mischief than ill will in his composition.
Oh, no.
And with all his overbearing roughness, there was a strong dash of waggish good humor at bottom. He had 3 or 4 boon companions who regarded him as their model, and at the head of whom he scoured the country, attending every scene of feud or merriment for miles around. In cold weather, he was distinguished by a fur cap surmounted with a flaunting fox's tail.
We're listening to
And when
Sleepy
the folks
Hollow.
at a country gathering descried this well-known crest at a distance whisking about among the squad of hard riders, they always stood by for a squall. Sometimes his crew would be heard dashing along past the farmhouses at midnight with whoop and a halloo, like a troop of Don Cossacks, and the old dames, startled out of their sleep, would listen for a moment till the hurry-scurry had clattered by, and then exclaim, "Hey, there goes Brom Bones and his gang." The neighbors looked upon him with a mixture of awe, admiration, and goodwill. And when any madcap prank or rustic brawl occurred in the vicinity, always shook their heads and warranted Brom Bones was at the bottom of it. This rantipole hero had for some time singled out the blooming Katrina for the object of his uncouth gallantries,
Watch this, fellas. Ouch! Oh my goodness! Well, how you like that, Mr. Ichabod? I'm sorry, Katrina.
And though his amorous toyings were something like the gentle caresses and endearments of a bear, yet it was whispered that she did not altogether discourage his hopes. Certain it is his advances were signals for rival candidates to retire, who felt no inclination to cross a lion in his amours, insomuch that when his horse was seen tied to Van Tassel's piling on a Sunday night, a sure sign that his master was courting, or, as it is termed, sparking, within, all other suitors passed by in despair and carried the war into other quarters. Such was the formidable rival with whom Ichabod Crane had to contend. And, considering all things, a stouter man than he would have shrunk from the competition, and a wiser man would have despaired. He had, however, a happy mixture of pliability and perseverance in his nature. He was in form and spirit like a supplejack, yielding but tough. Though he bent, he never broke, and though he bowed beneath the slightest pressure, yet the moment it was away, jerk, he was as erect and carried his head as high as ever. To have taken the field openly against his rival would have been madness, for he was not a man to be thwarted in his amours, any more than that stormy lover Achilles. Ichabod, therefore, made his advances in a quiet and gently insinuating manner.
Good day, kind sir. Yes, I'm here to see Lady Katrina for her singing lesson.
Under cover of his character of singing master, he made frequent visits at the farmhouse.
I'll fetch Miss Katrina for you.
Not that he had anything to apprehend from the appearance of parents, which is so often a stumbling block in the camp of lovers. But Van Tassel was an easy, indulgent soul who loved his daughter better even than his pipe. And like a reasonable man and an excellent father, let her have her way in everything. His notable little wife,
Reasonable father. Let her have her way in everything.
To attend to her housekeeping and managing her poultry.
You get in here.
For, as she sagely observed, ducks and geese are foolish things and must be looked after, but girls can take care of themselves. Thus, while the busy dame bustled about the house or plied her spinning wheel at the end of the piazza, honest Balt would sit smoking his evening pipe at the other, watching the achievements of a little wooden warrior who, armed with a sword in each hand, was most valiantly fighting the wind on the pinnacle of the barn. In the meantime, Ichabod would carry on his suit with the daughter by the side of the spring under the great elm, or sauntering along in the twilight.
Oh, now you did it. Stupid housefly got in my water tank. I don't want dead bodies in there. Shoot.
Profess
Go
not
dry.
to know how women's hearts are wooed and won. To me, they have always been matters of riddle and admiration. Some seem to have but one vulnerable point or door of access, while others have 1,000 avenues and may be captured on 1,000 different ways. It is a great triumph of skill to gain the former, but a still greater proof of generalship to maintain possession of the latter. For man must battle for his fortress at every door and window. He who wins 1,000 common hearts is therefore entitled to some renown. But he who keeps undisputed sway over the heart of a coquette is indeed a hero. Certain it is, this was not the case with the redoubtable Brom Bones, and from the moment Ichabod Crane made his advances, the interests of the former evidently declined. His horse was no longer seen tied to the palings on Sunday night, and a deadly feud gradually arose between him and the preceptor of Sleepy Hollow. Brom, who had a degree of chivalry in his nature, would fain have carried matters to open warfare and have settled their pretensions to the lady according to the mode of those most concise and simple reasoners, the knights errant of yore, by single combat. But Ichabod was too conscious of the superior might of his adversary to enter the lists against him. He had overheard the boast of Bones.
I'll double that schoolmaster up and I'll lay him on the shelf of his own schoolhouse.
And he was too wary to give him an opportunity. There was something extremely provoking in this obstinately pacific system. It left Brom no alternative but to draw upon the funds of rustic waggery in his disposition, and to play off boorish practical jokes upon his rival. Ichabod became the object of whimsical persecution to Bones and his gang of rough riders. They harried his hitherto peaceful domains, smoked out his singing school by stopping up the chimney.
Isn't exciting? I know. Control yourself, Chat.
Broke into the schoolhouse at night in spite of its formidable fastenings of withe and window stakes, and turned everything topsy-turvy so that the poor schoolmaster began to think that all the witches in the country held their meetings there.
There we go.
But what was still more annoying, Brom took all opportunities of turning him into ridicule in presence of his mistress. And had a scoundrel dog whom he taught to whine in the most ludicrous manner, and introduced as a rival of Ichabod's to instruct her in psalmody. In this way, matters went on for some time, without producing any material effect on the relative situations of the contending powers. On a fine autumnal afternoon, Ichabod, in pensive mood, sat enthroned on the lofty stool from whence he usually watched all the concerns of his little literary realm. In his hand he swayed a ferule, that scepter of despotic power, the birch of justice reposed on 3 nails behind the throne, a constant terror to evildoers, while on the desk before him might be seen sundry contraband articles and prohibited weapons protected from the persons of idle urchins, such as half-blunched apples, hot buns,
No fires. I will dunk you in the water.
And whole legions of rampant little paper
Ow, fucker.
gamecocks.
Ow, melted plastic is hot!
There had been some appalling act of justice recently inflicted, for his scholars were all busily intent upon their books, or slyly whispering behind them with one eye kept on the master.
Yeah.
And a kind of buzzing stillness reigned throughout the classroom. It was suddenly interrupted by the appearance of a Negro in tow-cloth jacket and trousers, a round-crowned fragment of a hat like the cap of Mercury, and mounted on the back of a ragged, wild, half-broken colt, which he managed with a rope by way of a halter. He came clattering up to the school door with an invitation to Ichabod to attend a merrymaking, or quilting frolic. To be held that evening at Mynheer Van Tassel's, and having delivered his message with that air of importance and effort at fine language language, which a Negro is apt to display on petty embassies at the time.
Excuse me?
He dashed over the brook and was
Like
seen
an old
scampering
racist
away up
shit.
the hollow, full of the importance and hurry of his mission. All was now bustle
Yeah,
and
get back
hubbub
here.
in the late, quiet schoolroom. The scholars were hurried through their lessons without stopping at trifles. Those who were nimble skipped over half with impunity, and those who were tardy had a smart application now and then in the rear to quicken their speed or help them over a tall word. Books were flung aside without being put away on the shelves. Inkstands were overturned, benches thrown down, and the whole school was turned loose an hour before the usual time. Bursting forth like a legion of young imps, yelping and racketing around the green in joy at their early emancipation. The gallant Ichabod now spent at least an extra half hour at his toilet, brushing and furbishing up his best, and indeed only, suit of rusty black, and arranging his locks by a bit of broken looking-glass that hung up in the schoolhouse, that he might make his appearance before his mistress in the true style of a cavalier.
Lady Katrina.
He borrowed a horse from the farmer with whom he was domiciliated,
She's the best horse I have, Mr.
a clerical Dutchman of the name of Hans van Ripper.
Well, yes, I suppose she'll work.
And thus gallantly mounted, issued forth like a knight errant in quest of adventures. But it is meet I should, in the true spirit of romantic story, give some account of the looks and equipments of my hero and his steed. The animal he bestrode was a broken down plow horse that had outlived almost everything but its viciousness. He was gaunt and shagged with a ewe neck and head like a hammer. His rusty mane and tail were tangled and knotted with burrs.
Sell me that horse.
One eye had lost its pupil and was glaring.
Jesus.
But the other had the gleam of a genuine devil in it. Still, he must have had fire and metal in his day, if we may judge from the name he bore of Gunpowder.
Okay.
He had, in fact, been a favorite steed of his master's, the choleric Van Ripper, who was a furious rider and had infused very probably some of his own spirit into the animal. For old and broken down as he looked, there was more of the lurking devil in him than in any young filly in the country. Ichabod was a suitable figure for such a steed. He rode with short stirrups, which brought his knees nearly up to the pommel of the saddle. His sharp elbows stuck out like a grasshopper's. He carried the whip perpendicularly in his hand like a scepter, and as his horse jogged on,
My God.
the motion of his arms was not unlike the flapping of a pair of wings. A small wool hat rested on the top of his nose,
Yeah.
for so his scanty strip of forehead
How's he
might
look?
be called. And the skirts of his black coat fluttered out almost to the horse's tail.
Is that 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically 6 I have upstairs, so.
And it was altogether such an apparition as is seldom to be met with.
Right, 2 more. I shouldn't buy them all, but.
The sky was clear and serene, and nature wore that rich and golden livery which we always associate with the idea of abundance. The forests had put on their somber brown and yellow, while some trees of the tenderer kind had been nipped by the frosts into brilliant dyes of orange and purple and scarlet. Streaming files of wild ducks began to make their appearance high in the air. The bark of a squirrel might be heard from the groves of beech and hickory nuts, and the pensive whistle of the quail at intervals from the neighboring stubble field. The small birds were taking their farewell banquets. In the fullness of their revelry, they fluttered, chirping and frolicking from bush to bush and tree to tree, capricious from the very profusion and variety around them. There was the honest cock robin, the favorite game of stripling sportsmen, with its loud, querulous note, and the twittering blackbirds flying in sable clouds, and the golden-winged woodpecker with its crimson crest, his broad black gorget and splendid plumage, and the cedar bird with its red-tipped wings and yellow-tipped tail and its little Montero cap of feathers, and the blue jay, that noisy coxcomb with his gay light blue coat and white underclothes, screaming and chattering, nodding and bobbing and bowing and pretending to be on good terms with every songster of the grove. As Ichabod jogged slowly on his way, his eye ever open to every symbol of culinary abundance, ranged with delight over the treasures of jolly autumn. On all sides he beheld vast stores of apples, some hanging in oppressive opulence on the trees, some gathered into baskets and barrels for the market, others heaped up in rich piles for the cider press. Farther on, he beheld great fields of Indian corn with its golden ears peeping from their lofty coverts and holding out the promise of cakes and hasty pudding, and the yellow pumpkins lying beneath them, turning up their fair round bellies in the sun and giving ample prospects of the most luxurious of pies. And anon, he passed the fragrant buckwheat fields, breathing the odor of beehive, and as he beheld them, soft anticipations stole over his mind of dainty slapjacks, well buttered and garnished with honey or treacle by the delicate little dimpled hand of Katrina Van Tassel. Thus feeding his mind with many sweet thoughts and sugared suppositions, he journeyed along the side of a range of hills which look upon some of the goodliest scenes of the mighty Hudson. The sun gradually wheeled his broad disk down in the west. The wide bosom of the Tappan Zee lay motionless and glassy, except that here and there a gentle undulation waved and prolonged the blue shadow of the distant mountain. A few amber clouds floated in the sky without a breath of air to move them. The horizon was of a fine golden tint, changing gradually into a pure apple green, and from that into the deep blue of the mid-heaven. A slanting ray lingered on the woody crests of the precipices that overhung some parts of the river, giving greater depth to the dark gray and purple of the rocky sides. A sloop was loitering in the distance, drifting slowly down with the tide, her sail hanging uselessly against the mast, and as the reflection of the sky gleamed along the still water, it seemed as if the vessel was suspended in the air. It was toward evening that Ichabod arrived at the castle of Heer Van Tassel, which he found thronged with the pride and flower of the adjacent country. Old farmers, a spare leathern-faced race, in homespun coats and breeches, blue stockings, huge shoes, and magnificent pewter buckles. Their brisk, withered little dames, in close-crimped caps, long-waisted short gowns, homespun petticoats, with scissors and pincushions and gay calico pockets hanging on the outside. But some lasses, almost as antiquated as their mothers, excepting where a straw hat, a fine ribbon, or perhaps a white frock gave symptoms of city innovation. The sons, in short, square-skirted coats with rows of stupendous brass buttons, and their hair generally queued in the fashion of the times. especially if they could procure the eel stone for the surface, and being esteemed throughout the country as a potent nourisher and strengthener of the hair. Brom Bones, however, was the hero of the scene. Having come to the gathering on his favorite steed, Daredevil, a creature like himself, full of mettle and mischief, and which no one but himself could manage, he was, in fact, noted for preferring vicious animals, given to all kinds of tricks which kept the rider in constant risk of his neck, for he held a tractable, well-broken horse as unworthy of a lad of spirit. Fain would I pause to dwell upon the world of charms that burst upon the enraptured gaze of my hero as he entered the state parlor of Van Tassel's mansion. Not those of the bevy of buxom lasses with their luxurious display of red and white, but the ample charms of a genuine Dutch country tea table in the sumptuous time of autumn. Such heaped up platters of cakes of various and almost indescribable kinds, known only to experienced Dutch housewives. There was the doughty donut, the tender oliekoek, and the crisp and crumbling cruller, sweet cakes and short cakes, ginger cakes and honey cakes, and the whole family of cakes. And then there were apple pies and peach pies and pumpkin pies, besides slices of ham and smoked beef and moreover delectable dishes of preserved
I just need
plums
one normal
and
sitting one, I
peaches and pears
think.
and quinces. Not to mention broiled shad and roasted chickens, together with bowls of milk and cream, all mingled higgledy-piggledy, pretty much as I've enumerated them, with the motherly teapot, sending up its clouds of vapor from the midst.
Right, well,
Heaven
we're sitting
bless
there.
the monarch. I want breath and time to discuss this banquet as it deserves, and am too eager to get on with my story. Happily, Ichabod Crane was not in so great a hurry as his historian, but did ample justice to every dainty. He was a kind and thankful creature, whose heart dilated in proportion as his skin was filled with good cheer, and whose spirits rose with eating as some men's do with drink. He could not help, too, rolling his large eyes round him as he ate, and chuckling with the possibility that he might one day be lord of all this scene of almost unimaginable luxury and splendor. Then he thought how soon he'd turn his back upon the old schoolhouse, snap his fingers in the face of Hans von Ripper and every other niggardly patron, and kick any itinerant pedagogue out of the doors that should dare to call him comrade.
Hang on. Thanks for stopping by. Making some dead fairies.
Propose a toast.
Yeah.
A wonderful bounty you gave the boy. And the Lord blessed us all with its abundance.
We're listening to Sleepy Hollow.
Yes, Mr. Ichabod. Amen. Now, everyone, as my grandfather used to say, no better yarn, many happy returns. Enjoy yourself.
Old Altus Van Tassel moved about among his guests with a face dilated with content and good humor, round and jolly as the harvest moon. His hospitable attentions were brief but expressive, being confined to a shake of the hand, a slap on the shoulder, a loud laugh, and a pressing invitation to fall to and help themselves. And now, the sound of the music from the common room or hall summoned the dance. The musician was an old gray-headed Negro who had been the itinerant orchestra.
They warned me this was one of those.
For more than half a century.
Goddamn old shit.
His instrument was as old and battered as himself. The greater part of the time he scraped on 2 or 3 strings, accompanying every movement of the bow with a movement of his head. bowing almost to the ground and stamping with his foot whenever a fresh couple was to start. Ichabod prided himself upon his dancing as much as upon his vocal powers. Not a limb, not a fiber about him was idle. And to have seen his loosely hung frame in full motion and clattering about the room, you would have thought St. Vitus himself, that blessed patron of the dance, was figuring before you in person. He was the admiration of all the Negroes who, having gathered of all ages and sizes from the farm in the neighborhood, stood forming a pyramid of shining black faces at every door and window.
Jesus Christ.
gazing with delight at the scene.
No wonder they only cut to the good bits of the story.
Grinning rows of ivory from ear to ear. How could the flogger of urchins be otherwise than animated and joyous?
Oh God, no, I'm stuck.
The lady of
Everything's
his
glued.
heart was his partner in the dance, and smiling graciously in reply to all his amorous oaklings. While Brom Bones, sorely smitten with love and jealousy, sat brooding by himself in one corner. When the dance was at an end, Ichabod was attracted to a knot of the sager folks, who, with old Van Tassel, sat smoking at one end of the piazza, gossiping over former times and drawing out long stories about the war.
There we go. Suppose I could have left that on for now, but there we go. Oh, y'all fucking stuck. Now, gotta paint your asses. Start with some blue. And some red. And some brown. Oh yeah, it's wet. Oh God, spider webs. There we go. Brown's been acquired. Purple. Little pink.
This neighborhood, at the time of which I am speaking, was one of those highly flavored places which abound with chronicle and great fen. The British and American line had run near it during the war. It had therefore been the scene of marauding and infested with refugees, cowboys, and all kinds of border chivalry.
Well, that's enough for me.
Just sufficient time had elapsed to enable each storyteller to dress up his tale with a little becoming fiction, and in the indistinctness of his recollection, to make himself the hero of every exploit. There was the story of Dothieu Martling, a large blue-bearded Dutchman who had nearly taken a British frigate with the old iron 9-pounder from a mud breastwork.
Oh, yeah, Buck.
Only that his gun burst at the sixth discharge, and there was an old gentleman who shall be nameless, being too rich a minor to be lightly mentioned, who in the Battle of White Plains, being an excellent master of defense, carried a musket ball with a small sword, insomuch that he absolutely felt it whiz round the blade and glance off at the hilt, in proof of which he was ready at any time to show the sword. With the hilt a little bent. There were several more that had been equally great in the field, not one of whom but was persuaded that he had a considerable hand in bringing the war to a happy termination. But all of these were nothing compared to the tales of ghosts and apparitions that succeeded. The neighborhood is rich in legendary treasures of the kind, Local tales and superstitions thrive best in these sheltered, long-settled retreats, but are trampled underfoot by the shifting throng that forms the population of most of our country places. Besides, there's no encouragement for ghosts in most of our villages, for they have scarcely had time to finish their first nap and turn themselves in their graves before their surviving friends have traveled away from the neighborhood, so that when they do turn out at night to walk their rounds, they have no acquaintances left to call upon. This is perhaps the reason why we so seldom hear of ghosts, except in our long-established Dutch communities. The immediate cause, however, of the prevalence of supernatural stories in these parts was doubtless owing to the vicinity of Sleepy Hollow. There was a contagion in the very air that blew from that haunted region. It breathed forth an atmosphere of dreams and fancies infecting all the land. Several of the Sleepy Hollow people were present at Van Tassel's, and, as usual, were doling out their wild and wonderful legends. Many dismal tales were told about funeral trains, and mourning cries and wailings heard and seen about the great tree where the unfortunate Major Andre was taken, and which stood in the neighborhood. Some mention was made also of the woman in white that haunted the dark glen at Raven Rock, and was often heard to shriek on winter nights before a storm, having perished there in the snow. The chief part of the stories, however, turned upon the favorite specter of Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman, who had been heard several times of late, patrolling the country, and it was said, tethered his horse nightly among the graves in the churchyard. The sequestered situation of this church seems always to have made it a favorite haunt of troubled spirits. It stands on a knoll, surrounded by locust trees and lofty elms, from among which its decent, whitewashed walls shine modestly forth, like Christian purity, beaming through the shades of retirement. A gentle slope descends from it to a silver sheet of water, bordered by high trees, between which peeps may be caught at the blue hills of the Hudson. To look upon its grass-grown yard, where the sunbeams seem to sleep so quietly, one would think that there, at least, the dead might rest in peace. On one side of the church extends a wide, woody dell, along which raves a large brook among broken rocks and trunks of fallen trees. Over a deep black part of the stream, not far from the church, was formerly thrown a wooden bridge. The road that led to it, and the bridge itself, were thickly shaded by overhanging trees, which cast a gloom about it, even in the daytime, but occasioned a fearful darkness at night. Such was one of the favorite haunts of the Headless Horseman, and the place where he was most frequently encountered. The tale was told of old Brower, a most heretical disbeliever in ghosts, how he met the horseman returning from his foray into Sleepy Hollow and was obliged to get up behind him, and how they galloped over bush and brake, over hill and swamp, until they reached the bridge, when the horseman suddenly turned into a skeleton, threw old Brower into the brook, and sprang away over the treetops with a clap of thunder. This story was immediately matched by a thrice marvelous adventure of Brom Bones,
You're so full of beans. With all due respect.
who made light of the galloping Hessian as an errant jockey.
Ain't that something? On my way home.
He affirmed that on returning one night from the neighboring village of Sing Sing, he had been overtaken by this midnight trooper.
Hey there, Headless. Want a race?
that he had offered to race with him for a bowl of punch, and should have won it too, for Daredevil beat the Goblin Horse all hollow. But just as they came to the church breach, the Hessian bolted and vanished in a flash of fire. All these tales, told in that drowsy undertone with which men talk in the dark, the countenances of the listeners only now and then receiving a casual gleam from the glare of a pipe, sank deep into the mind of Ichabod. He repaid them in kind with large extracts from his invaluable author Cotton Mather, and added many marvelous events that had taken place in his native state of Connecticut, and fearful sights which he had seen in his nightly walks about Sleepy Hollow. The revel now gradually broke up. The old farmers gathered together their families in their wagons and were heard for some time rattling along the hollow roads and over the distant hills. Some of the damsels mounted on pillions behind their favorite swains, and their light-hearted laughter, mingling with the clatter of hoofs, echoed along the silent woodlands, sounding fainter and fainter until they gradually died away, and the late scene of noise and frolic was all silent and deserted. Ichabod only lingered behind, according to the custom of country lovers, to have a tete-a-tete with the heiress, fully convinced that he was now on the high road to success. What passed at this interview, I will not pretend to say, for in fact I do not know. Something, however, I fear me, must have gone wrong, for he certainly sallied forth after no very great interval with an air quite desolate and chapfallen. Oh, these women, these women! Could that girl have been playing off any of her coquettish tricks? Was her encouragement of the poor pedagogue all a mere sham to secure her conquest of his rival? Heaven only knows, not I. Let it suffice to say, Ichabod stole forth with the air of one who had been sacking a hen roost rather than a fair lady's heart, without looking to the right or left to notice the scene of rural wealth on which he had so often gloated. He went straight to the stable, and with several hearty cuffs and kicks, roused his steed most uncourteously from the comfortable quarters in which he was soundly sleeping, dreaming of mountains of corn and oats and whole valleys of timothy and clover. It was the very witching time of night that Ichabod, heavy-hearted and crestfallen, pursued his travels homewards along the sides of lofty hills which rise above Tarrytown, and which he had traversed so cheerily in the afternoon. The hour was as dismal as himself. Far below him, the Tappan Sea spread its dusky and indistinct waste of waters.
Pink one. Do one of those.
With here and there the tall mast of a sloop riding quietly at anchor under the land. In the dead hush of midnight, he could even hear the barking of the watchdog from the opposite shore of the Hudson. But it was so vague and faint as only to give an idea of the distance from this faithful companion of man. Now and then, too, the long-drawn crowing of a cock accidentally wakened would sound far, far off from some farmhouse away among the hills. But it was like a dreaming sound in his ear. No signs of life occurred near him, but occasionally the melancholy chirp of a cricket, or perhaps the guttural twang of a bullfrog from a neighboring marsh, as if sleeping uncomfortably and turning suddenly in its bed. All the stories of ghosts and goblins that he had heard in the afternoon now came crowding upon his recollection. The night grew darker and darker. The stars seemed to sink deeper in the sky, and driving clouds occasionally hid them from his sight. He had never felt so lonely and dismal. He was, moreover, approaching the very place where many of the scenes of the ghost stories had been laid. In the center of the road stood an enormous tulip tree, which towered like a giant above all the other trees of the neighborhood and formed a kind of landmark. Its limbs were gnarled and fantastic.
Pardon me.
Large enough to
Good
form
Lord, I'm
trunks
sick.
for ordinary trees, twisting down almost to the earth and rising again into the air. It was connected with the tragical story of the unfortunate Andre, who had been taken prisoner hard by and was universally known by the name of Major Andre's tree. The common people regarded it with a mixture of respect and superstition, partly out of sympathy for the fate of its ill-starred namesake, and partly from the tales of strange sights and doleful lamentations told concerning it. As Ichabod approached this fearful tree, he began to whistle. He thought his whistle was answered. It was but a blast sweeping sharply through the dry branches. As he approached a little nearer, he thought he saw something white hanging in the midst of the tree. He paused and ceased whistling, but on looking more narrowly, perceived that it was a place where the tree had been scathed by lightning and the white wood laid bare. Suddenly he heard a groan. His teeth chattered, and his knees smote against the saddle. It was but the rubbing of one huge bough upon the other, as they were swayed about by the breeze. He passed the tree in safety, but new perils lay before him. About 200 yards from the tree, a small brook crossed the road and ran into a marshy and thickly wooded glen known by the name of Wiley's Swamp. A few rough logs laid side by side served for a bridge over this stream. On that side of the road, where the brook entered the wood, a group of oaks and chestnuts matted thick with wild grapevines threw a cavernous gloom over it. To pass this bridge was the severest trial. It was at this identical spot that the unfortunate Andre was captured, and under the covert of those chestnuts and vines were the sturdy yeomen concealed who surprised him. This had ever since been considered a haunted stream, and fearful are the feelings of the schoolboy.
All right, I think I'm done.
Who has to pass it alone after dark.
Okay, I'm good. We'll finish that tomorrow night. All right. So, these guys need to dry. Those guys need to be decorated. And I got all the hanging fairies done. So, something was finished tonight. But anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. And you guys enjoy the rest of your night.